saying we'll bubble wrap your money. But we do protect it, like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
This is us.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed. For real.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
What does it take to stand tall? To let curiosity take root? To let your dreams take flight? You have to be fearless. Carve your path without permission. Turn your grit into greatness. This is your small town with big ideas. This is where you find your fearless. This is SEMO.
Hey, Big Chief. I know you're used to spending Christmas with one of us, but this year you get to spend Christmas with both of us.
You know, we just want to spend our special days with you. You understand, right?
Well, I mean, everything's so different this year, but I mean, sounds like I'm getting 2 Christmases. Oh wait, does that mean I have to make double the graphics this year?
Yep, good luck.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Good evening, everyone. We welcome you back inside here, Sikeston Field House, night number 3 of the 20th Annual SEMO Conference Tournament. Joe Notre, delighted to have you with us. I'll be joined by Jeff Ross, as we'll be with you all night long for 2 important consolation matchups between New Madrid County and Charleston and Notre Dame and Poplar Bluff. Let's talk about what happened last night. Again, a very fun night of basketball here in the Field House. And let's break down the totals for you. Again, Dexter getting the win over Charleston. The 4 versus 5 matchup got a little close at the end, but thanks to a late surge coming in from Elijah Ibrahim and Will Geatley, John Sepulveda. In fact, 4 players of the Bearcats above 10 double digits push the Bearcats ahead to get the win. Now, who do they face off against? They'll take on Cape Central, which squeaked one out in a very close 58-54 effort in advantage, thanks to Goliath Morris Young putting down 24 points on the board for Cape Central. In our late game, it was Notre Dame that lived to fight another day, 58-27, as again, the Bulldogs with so many different targets in the back, just continuing to try to push forward and go with the next man up mentality. Now, for the losers of those games last night, Kennett eliminated from the tournament. We won't see them until BCT, at least on our airwaves coming up. But 2 teams you'll see tonight here on the network, as it'll be New Madrid County and Charleston, one of the oldest rivalries in Southeast Missouri, and always a great matchup when these 2 teams get together. Jaden Williams put up 24 points last night for the Eagles in the loss, but also to Charleston, a lot of different scores on the board. Again, Trinez Lane and Trevon and Trayshawn Scanlon going to be important key players for Jamarcus Williams and company. Of course, we'll be with you all night long with Notre Dame and Poplar Bluff as your late game this evening. Another edition of the Insiders coming up before then as well. But when we come back, I'll go up to the booth and join Jeff Ross for your consolation semifinals. New Madrid County, Charleston gets us started in a moment.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. Next Era Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
And we welcome you back inside the field house. Night number 3 of the 2025 SEMO Conference Tournament underway with the coach, friend of the program, friend of many, Jeff Ross. And really, you talk about friendly. These two teams, not really friendly towards each other. One of the oldest rivalries in the region.
They're not very friendly, Joe. I had the opportunity to coach 19 years over at Notre in basketball, and we played Charleston all 19 years. And although I got along with the coaches pretty well, when that ball goes up for that first tip right there, there's kind of all bets are off on being friends on the court.
Absolutely, and really, again, two teams that have been trying to rebuild, trying to find their edge once again with both dominant programs now, looking to try to get back on the way up, and we've seen really both teams get back on the way up. Let's start first with the Blue Jays again, taking the loss to Dexter last night, but my goodness, a lot of different targets up and down the court.
Yeah, the Blue Jays looked really good last night. Dexter just looked, they're so physical and they're so strong out there that they just gave Charleston problems last night. But I look for the Blue Jays to rebound tonight for sure.
And again, Blue Jays led with 3 different scores on the board. Trinez Lane, Trayshawn Shandon, and Arajay Wells with 15, 14, and 10 respectively. Let's talk about this New Madrid County team, though, too. Coming in as the 9 seed, but certainly don't look like a 9 seed, led by its leader in Jaden Williams.
They don't play like a 9 seed. I mean, I watched the game last night, and they almost knocked off the number 1 seed, Cape Central, last night. Had they hit a couple shots and a couple that didn't go for Cape, and we wouldn't be calling the New Madrid in Charleston. We'd be calling Cape Central in Charleston tonight.
Absolutely, and again, really one thing to keep an eye on is just the turnovers between these two teams. You think ball handling skills going to have to improve for both sides across the board?
Right, ball handling's going to be at a premium tonight because you got 2 teams right here that can absolutely get down and guard. They have no problem moving their feet. They've got really quick hands. It's going to come down to execution. I talked to Coach Jenkins a while ago, who's a former player of mine, and he said that he felt like, obviously whichever team executed the best is going to come out on top on this game.
Absolutely. It's always one of the more fun matchups in Southeast Missouri. New Madrid County, Charleston, coming up when you come back here. Night number 3 of the SEMO Conference Tournament on Aycorp Sports.
Good evening, ladies and
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Yep, absolutely. We welcome you back up top. Starting lineups being introduced for the Blue Jays, and it looks a little bit like this. Not too many changes for Jamarcus Williams and company. His number 0, Trayson Shannon. Number 3, Shylan Henderson. Number 11, Trenez Lane led the way last night with 15 on the board. Number 22, Tim Frazier. And number 32 in DK Williams. Meanwhile, for the Eagles of New Madrid County, not too many changes for Coach Dontre Jenkins and company. It'll look like this. Number 5, Jaden Williams, the leading scorer this tournament now with 49 points over 2 nights. Number 12, Jaden Guest-Newsom had some close looks last night. Again, as you mentioned, Coach Ross, possibly an opportunity with Guest-Newsom. Maybe had a few things go in differently. Different situation for them. Number 20 coming in, number 22 in Malachi Hughes. Number 30 in Tyce Palmer. And the big fella, number 54, Isaac Smith, a 6'5 sophomore. New Madrid County assisted by Palmer Campbell and Eli Jackson. Charleston assisted by Aaron Harlan, Brian Visor, and your officials tonight. A veteran crew as any as we've known quite well. Lloyd Rice, Bob Godwin, and Jay Piles. So again, veteran matchup between these two teams. Again, what are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm going to be interested to see how Charleston handles Big Isaac inside. He is a force in there. He is tall. He's big. He's strong. He kind of looks like just a little miniature version of Shaq to me last night on the programming, it looked like.
It did, and I think just his ability to box into opponents and just be a presence up front of just being like, hey, what are we doing here?
He's got really good hands, too. He really does. I've got to see him, too, so to not be third time I got to see him play, and his hands are tremendous down there, which usually for a big kid like that, their hands aren't as good, but Isaac has really good hands.
Absolutely. Only getting 2 points, but again, getting them on the free throw line, but his defense is certainly going to be a factor. Charleston's speed also will be a factor as we are underway. The Blue Jays going to go right to left on your screen. They'll be in the blue jerseys, black numbers, white trim. New Madrid County in the familiar home whites with Central on the front. And gold and green numbers and gold trim. Rebounded again by Smith. As the Eagles now look to set up shop coming in from Williams.
Both of these teams going to play man, too, for the most part of the game.
You would have to expect that moving forward again.
They're not going to deviate much.
Shot from Williams off the mark as we're just getting started here. Shandon able to pop this one up, but won't be able to get it to go. Charleston, another thing, too, notice they love that 3 ball. Had some trouble with the paint last night. Yeah. Able to execute that in time for Tim Frazier, so you have to think something to keep an eye on is the paint play coming in from the Blue Jays.
Right. I agree with that, Joe.
2-0 advantage of the Blue Jays as we're just getting underway here. Night number 3 of this 20th annual SEMO Conference tournament. Williams looks for the triple. That goes off to the right side. And Shandon now quickly going back to reset.
Williams didn't get back.
Nice fast break again for Henderson, able to get this up on the board. And just like that, Charleston starting on a 5-0 run. Here's Williams now. Looking to connect back to Henderson. Gets a little deflected in the middle, too, but an opportunity to reset.
Well, Henderson's guarding him tight.
Again, the man-to-man pressure going to continue to be an impact on Whistle. And again, that early contact that you're going to see New Madrid County try to draw in as much as they can against a Charleston team that really likes to foul up the middle.
That was a really good take there by Malachi Hughes. But I'll tell you something I've been really impressed with Malachi on is he does a really, really good job of drawing charges. I've seen him draw about 8 charges the last 2 games I've saw them play.
As Hughes gets the first one up and in. I think it's just his uncanny ability, too, to just kind of read in on the inside. And
smart kid. You can tell he's a smart kid for sure.
I mean, ball IQ is one thing, but using the ball IQ is certainly something else to keep in mind.
Two different things there.
Absolutely. He makes them both. 4-2 advantage of the Blue Jays. This one inside to Shannon. Shannon gets it.
Shannon's got his hands full with Tyus Palmer. Tyus Palmer is a bulldog out there.
He's probably, and Coach and David Jenkins and I were talking about this last night, he's kind of a pest on the court, if you will.
He is. He's on the floor. I mean, if it was baseball field, if he had a white uniform, it'd be dirty every single game.
It would be one that you would need to get the bleach out from time to time.
Yeah,
that's
for
sure. Foul's going to be picked up against the Eagles. This time it's going to go against Hughes, as we'll see number 22 in Tim Frazier head to the line for the first time tonight. Blue Jays again looking to try to improve on the free throw shooting. Had a little bit of trouble with that last night as the second goes up.
Something I'm liking to see from Charleston right now is they're looking to take the ball to the bucket. They're not just settling in for 3-point shots out there. They're really looking to take the paint, and the score kind of indicates that at this point.
Absolutely, and they do a good job of reading those man-to-man defenses and just trying to draw on the inside, whereas with the zone, had a little trouble with that is what we've noticed as this one goes off the mark for Newsom. And a rebound back in the hands of Shandon as he's quickly charging up the other way. As Shandon goes in on the inside, draws the contact again from Palmer.
Ty's got to do a little bit better job move his feet there. He was on him right there, but he had the reach right there. He didn't want to give up the layup.
As he goes in for the reach, and we'll see one of the leading scorers for this Blue Jay squad in Trayson Shandon. Returned back to the line. Picked up quite a bit last night for the Blue Jays. By our count, 14 points in the loss against Dexter, but picked up quite a bit. But again, has been one of the leading scorers for this Blue Jay squad coming into this tournament before last night, averaging about 17 a game.
Yeah, those lefties are hard to guard. It's just not natural to guard a left-handed shooter.
Second shot up and off the mark, 7-2, 5:40 left to go here in this opening quarter. And you can see a near takeaway coming in the hands of D.K. Williams. As Palmer able to ship this one up and in.
Good shot there by Tice.
Kind of pinballed in a little bit in and out, but found a way to cut it down to a 3-point advantage, 7-4. Frazier spits this out. Connects over to Lane. A nice little fake on the inside, up and in. Kind of had his hands out and then just quickly found the open lane to go up and in.
Big Isaac switched on him, then he just gave up the layup. He should have stayed on him right there.
Quick look up into the inside. Got to hurry. Hughes gets it out in time. And again, Big Isaac tries to get it up.
Wow.
Doesn't get this one to go. Second chance, no. It's the third time the charm and won't be, but will be for D.K. Williams. Now another chance upcoming now for Henderson. Henderson looking to go in on the reset, and a foul will be called on Palmer yet again.
Good little stop and go there by Henderson. I saw him do that at the Riverbend several times to get his team back in the game they played.
So Palmer going to pick up his second. The Eagles already with their third personal foul here in this opening quarter in the first 3:13. And to make it 9-5, and Charleston certainly working hard. Foul going to stay on the floor, however.
The Mariners going to have to figure out how to stop from fouling down there, or Charleston's going to be shooting a lot of free throws in this quarter.
Here's a push inside over to Frazier. Looks to get this up the middle to Shannon. Shannon hits this on the outside. Williams, a nice little jumper for three up and in.
Nice little wide open three there.
And again, the Blue Jays have done a good job of finding those open opportunities, while the Eagles, again, may need to look to try to create some adjustments, potentially maybe settling in a zone if they can. And again, the one thing they've done too is really hold Jaden Williams to really not any opportunities tonight.
Right. It's kind of almost like there's a lid on the basket down there on the New Madrid end, it seems like.
Here's takeaway again now, comes over to Frazier, and that'll be rebounded back by Minner. And Minner again on the reset. Able to get this one over, but a quick timeout called by the Eagles. We'll look to see if that's going to be a 30 or a full, but nonetheless, we will keep it right here. And to let you know, coming up later this week, it is the most wonderful time of the year, already the most wonderful time of the year. If you're a SEMO basketball fan. But coming up Saturday morning, it'll be the Bloomfield Tournament Seeding and Analysis Show. The third year, we'll be bringing it to you here. Fourth year, we'll be bringing it to you here on the network. Join Philip Britt, Bobby Alford, James Hodges, David Jenkins as they'll break down the seedings live as they come in off Court Street in Bloomfield, as they'll have the analysis for 90 minutes right here on Aycorp Sports starting at about 11 a.m. right here on the network.
I don't think Coach Jenkins was very happy with his freshman mentor dribbling over there right into that trap. That's what he told him. He said, go to the middle of the floor. Don't go to the sideline. That's where they want you to go.
And that's, again, what he was just looking to try to pivot it the other way. But, again, credit again to Coach Williams and company of trying to at least combat him in the middle to slow that down. This one will be pitched back in.
I thought he was going to shoot that on Charleston's bucket there.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen an own goal here. Pitch in now to Mentor. Mentor losing this one. Well, going to be taken out of play from Henderson. So, again, what results in better placement for the Eagles. But, again, you look at kind of that half-court area. Again, the paint's got to be your friend at this point.
Yeah, they're going to figure out a way. Now they got Nick English in there. He's another big that New Madrid has. Fairly skilled, too, with pretty good hands.
As Jackson crosses the timeline, loses it for a second. Nice save again from Williams. Williams driving up on the inside, throws it up, can't get it. Rebound back in the hands of Shannon. He's done a great job of continuing to get the rebounds. He's got 4 on the night so far. A nice pitch up, block on the inside, but it's going to get ticketed in Malachi Hughes.
That's their 4th foul, Joe.
So again, if you're Charleston, you've got to love this right now because it's going to be free throws the rest of the way. You have no margin of error, at least for the next 3:35 or so.
Yeah, I know that Coach Jamarcus Williams is liking what he's seeing out here. I know when I talked to him after the Rubin game, I think he said they were something like, 3 for 27 from the three-point line that night, and that's just not going to get it done.
Well,
you know, the more you take at the basket, the more those open three-point shots open up anyways. So he's got it going the right way tonight.
Absolutely, and again, utilizing the paint and just trying to pick apart the defense of the Eagles has been something to keep in mind. Also, too, Jaden Williams off the mark yet again. Already a 9-point advantage to Charleston.
I think Jaden's just kind of aiming the ball instead of shooting the ball out there.
Here's Henderson, drops for 3, doesn't get it to go. Kind of pinballs off a little bit, and a reset again from Henderson. And a fresh 30 on the board.
Good
nice pass up the middle. It goes back to Tim Frazier on the board. He's got 5.
Nice pass there by Shiloh Henderson.
So an 11-point game in advantage of the Blue Jays. They're right now on, by our counts, an 8-0 run, or 7-0 run, we should say. So it's going 9-5. A whistle will be called. Traveling violation the other way. So again, credit to the Blue Jays of, again, not only finding a way to get quickly up the paint, but it seems as if they're slowing down the Central offense.
Right, and New Madrid's played 2 freshmen out there tonight. They got number 34, Kevin Jackson's in the game.
Nice layup it in, coming in for DK Williams as he answers back. The lead extended to 13 with 2:30 left to go here in the first.
I think DK might be Charleston's answer to English and Big Isaac down there.
I think just his physical presence ability has been able to just try to kind of box guys on the outside has certainly been noteworthy. Pushing again on the side from Shandon. As you can see, Williams trying to go for the jumper, going to go back to the Eagles with 2:14 remaining. But again, I agree. I think Williams has done a great job of really reading how English and Smith play forward and just trying to be maybe a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that, Joe, for sure.
18-5 advantage of Charleston. The Blue Jays certainly rebounding quickly.
New Madrid needs some scores here. I mean, they're playing decent defense, but they're fouling too much, and they're just kind of, I know that Jaden down there looks like he's just kind of aiming the ball when he shoots it instead of shooting it, instead of falling through.
It looks very familiar to how we saw this New Madrid County team play last night.
Started off really slow, didn't they? They didn't score for like the first 7 minutes, did they, or something like that?
Not until the 1:35 mark, interestingly enough. At the end of the first quarter, they got a bucket on the board. But again, of course, Cape Central, a stout defense of themselves, didn't have a lot of scoring going on in their game initially at first.
Right.
So again, a New Madrid County team that really likes to turn on the Jets. The question of when, still left to be decided. As you see, Guest Newsom going to get this pivoted out of play, but another chance to.
There's a good take there by Jaden Guest right there. I'd like to see him pump fake that right there.
As Williams ready to bring it on the inside. Bounce pass. Pitches it out now over to Hughes. Hughes again up top. Trying to go right side of the key,
Yeah.
able to lay
Good
it
move
up
by
and in.
Malachi Hughes there.
As Hughes able to get this on the board, it stops the drought, but not before 9 consecutive points on the board for the Blue Jays, an 11-point affair. This one going to be off the mark, picked up again from Hughes, and now you can kind of sense maybe a little sense of momentum quickly shifting. It just takes one bucket to really change that up, or one turnover to change that up.
Or multiple turnovers.
Here's Wells, throws this one up and in.
Nice left hand there by the right-handed Wells.
This 5'6" sophomore again finding a nice way to cut up the middle and a pick away for Williams, as really they're giving Kevin Jackson a lot of tough work. Another give and go for Trinez Lane, and the lead extended to 15 with 1:09 remaining here in the opening quarter.
New Madrid's just not really taking care of the ball. They're swarming on all their ball handlers. They've got to get rid of it and pass to the guy that's open.
Going to be a reach-in call on number 11, Trinez Lane, so that'll be the Blue Jays' second with $1:04 remaining here in the first. But again, if you're Charleston, you have to love what you're seeing right now.
Right.
And really spread out scoring, too. Not one guy dominating over another, with Lane with 6, Frazier and Williams each with 5 on the board.
Yeah, they're all right there together for sure.
Chance again upcoming once more. Back in the hands of Menor. Menor on the right side, bounce pass, trying to keep it up and in. But a push going to go against the hands of Nick English.
I guess it's going to be free throws right there.
And that it will be for the remaining 50 seconds here in this first. So again, you try to look to, again, just push forward and, again, really, if you have a big advantage, as Charleston has right now, you know, the one thing that you've been trying to improve all season on is free throws.
Mm-hmm.
And if you set up the opportunity, granted only 50 seconds remaining, drawing contact, it doesn't hurt to always make your free throws no matter what.
Yeah, and one thing I like to see out here, New Madrid's got 2 freshmen out there right now, Jackson and Menor, and this gives them such valuable experience for down the road.
Absolutely.
Because you know, this is such an early tournament. You're wanting to see where you're at. I know they played in the Riverbend last week, but you know, down the road they're going to need these 2 freshmen for sure.
Absolutely, and again, just trying to get your feet wet in this experience and in this atmosphere too. Especially with conference opponents that you know this isn't going to be the last time you're going to confront them anytime soon.
Right, and Charleston's just looking to jump the ball handler if he turns his back, but Jaden did a good job right there staying square.
Williams gets this on the inside, connects back to Menor, another takeaway. This is about to be open traffic, and it will be right back in the hands of Tim Frazier, as he's now up to 7 on the board, and an 18-point lead and advantage of the Blue Jays, with 23 seconds remaining here in the first. And another turnover picked up again from the hands of Frazier. Frazier back out on the right side, connects over to Henderson. Henderson trying to slow it down just a little bit more. 10 seconds left to go. Shot clock turned off. Henderson looking to that left lane if he can. New Madrid County adjusting to a little bit of a zone, but not going to matter. They're going to be content, or, well, uncontent to run it down. But at the end of one, it's a Charleston run as they go on a 9-0 run and a 7-0 run. 25-7 as we go to the second.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
25-7 here in consolation semifinal number 1. The Blue Jays on top of the Eagles. Joe Northern, Jeff Ross, delighted to have you with us. And again, this is a matchup that Charleston has done a great job of continuing to expose the front of New Madrid County, but if it's anything of what we've seen the Eagles do, they always find a way, kind of mid-quarter, late-game situations to get some quick points on the board.
It's going to start right here on the defensive end. They've got to start getting defensive stops.
So they go to Henderson now. Able to set this over to Frazier. Frazier on the right side, trying to get past Smith. Nice cut in up the middle and an easy target again. For Charleston
doesn't seem to do any wrong so far.
It seems as if, again, the lanes are willing to be just kind of busted open for them. And Wells now picks up yet another steal and score. He goes back-to-back buckets. He's got 6 on the night.
New Madrid's having such a tough time at Charleston's full-court man-to-man defense. I mean, they've turned the ball over at least 5 times out of the last 7 possessions, I think.
And it feels like, again, the man-to-man has been the target, as this one off the mark again for Gus Newsom has really been the way we've seen the Blue Jays continue to dominate tonight. I think settling in the man-to-man for, 4 or 5 minutes as it stands?
All right, yeah. And they're going to stay in it, too. There's no reason for them not to. Here comes the little freshman down the floor.
Here's Kevin Jackson, takes it on his own and hits it so close, but not back on the board. As Shyland Henderson now ready to reset. I know you were about ready to jump up for
it's about the 5th one they've missed down there like that.
And the layup situations have been difficult for the Eagles tonight. Charleston,
they'll get him one here,
has been able to push it up and in. And at 6:41, Jaden Williams gets his first points on the board.
Boy.
But another swing up the middle. This one takes its time to bounce in.
Just so many open shots for Charleston. They're not even getting challenged on shots down here. I know Coach Jenkins does not like that at all.
And a lot of open shots going against the Eagles, and the Blue Jays trying to pick that apart. They're going to have a 3-man rotation coming up in just a second. We'll let you know once they're officially in. Williams trying to answer it back. This one doesn't go, but a nice give and go back in the hands of Byron Minner.
Good job by Byron, the freshman, getting position on his defender and laying it up and in. That's what New Madrid needs.
6 minutes left to go here in the opening half, and a triple on the way for DK Minner.
And they don't need that.
It's only the second 3 tonight made for the Blue Jays, only the 3rd overall. Combination between both teams, 3 of 10 from the 3-point arc. It's been a very paint-heavy game, and another layup and in for Martavius Biles. So he gets his first points of this 2025 tournament.
Ooh, they probably missed a charge there.
They were looking for the hands on it, but could not get it to go, and the quick takeaway as they're able to set this over to Wells. Nice bounce pass in for Henderson. Can't get it to go. And a rebound, but again, you saw that Williams had his foot outside. Our official Bob Godwin will not let that fly.
You know, it's not so bad that New Madrid's down here and they're having a hard time handling the ball and making shots down here, but then they don't get back on defense, and Charleston's got 2 kids back, and New Madrid might have 1.
So with the Eagles, again, just trying to keep pace with, it's been a high-flying Blue Jay offensive run here in this whole game as it stands. Contact going to be drawn against and an opportunity to go back from the line.
Nice post move there by Shannon. He kind of got the ball down there. He took one low dribble and drop stepped and pump fake and got his defender in the air, and he bit.
So we see Shannon trying to get some free throws on the board for the Blue Jays. That one does not go. It's Charleston right now, 6 of 10 from the charity.
I'm actually really shocked by this score right now, Joe. I really thought this would be a nip and tuck game the whole game. Not that it still can't be.
I think, again, just really the open opportunities, second one goes in, has really kind of slowed down New Madrid, but yet at the same time, Charleston able to push forward and find those open lanes. And again, you got to think the physical game that really both of these 2 teams last night, you have to think who's got the better pressure moving forward. Here's a spin move on the inside and for Smith.
Nice little baby hook with his left hand there for Isaac Smith.
So the big fella getting 2 on the board, 24-point game advantage of Charleston. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Here's a push in on the inside. One-hander from Williams doesn't go.
Good no call there.
Offensive board now for Biles. Can't get this one to go. Sends back over to Shandon. This one's going to go out of play.
Stuck that crowbar out there. Knocked the kid from New Madrid down there.
So the offensive foul going to go against Shandon and back the other way. Make it a 37-13 affair. And Charleston right now shooting their 14 of 25, 12 of 18 in the paint, 2 of 7 outside of it. Madrid County 5 of 17 right now, 4-14 to the paint.
New Madrid's not playing with that fire they had last night. I'm not sure what it's going to take for Coach Jenkins to get them fired up.
Here's Williams, pitch it out now to find Hughes. That's going to be off the rim. And another quick push up the middle now over to Wells. Wells spits this one, bounce pass. Another opportunity for Wells, able to kiss the glass up and in. As Jare Wells has done a great job getting 8 on the board this evening.
Gosh, Charleston's 15 for 26 from the field already.
And they've done a great job, again, getting those quick paint opportunities. You can see right now it's only been Smith that's been kind of the only guy for, 4 or 5 seconds. And that might be 4 or 5 seconds too many as Wells gets another layup and in.
Yeah, New Madrid's getting beat on the boards pretty bad. I don't know if we have any rebound stats tonight, but it's probably 2-1 at least.
Rebounds right now, again, Charleston 8 defensively. New Madrid County only with 5.
Boy, you know Jaden's off if he's missing shots like that. That's his bread and butter normally.
Here's a look on the inside, but too many steps forward for Shannon, and you can see yep, I did that.
Jay Powell says you can't do that.
That is correct. That is correct. But a 28-point affair. And again, for both of these teams, they start out with pretty difficult season schedules. Obviously, SEMO Conference, no gimmies any night.
It's brutal, Joe. Every night is a battle in the SEMO Conference. I mean, it's a legit battle no matter who you're playing.
Absolutely. Here's a pass up again on the inside to Rosano. Able to answer this one back up and in. But again, with your 19 years, noting obviously the most intense schedule, what would you say is probably the most unique thing about this league?
I mean, I think there's a lot of parity, in my opinion, Joe. I mean, especially this year. I mean, overwhelmingly, Sikeston and New Madrid here recently have had just hands down the 2 best teams. I mean, it wasn't even close, in my opinion. But this year, I mean, obviously Sikeston looks really good. They've shot the ball super well pretty much all year long. Cape looks pretty good. I mean, if they have, Edwards last night, that's probably a totally different game than what it was because he's such a force in there.
Absolutely, as Williams gets a quick layup and in. But again, I think it's just the parity, as you mentioned, is any given team, any given night. You could see results like this. You could also see only 2-3 possession games for the most part.
And the physicality, Joe, is just off the charts. I mean, I'm from Stoddard County, and I remember in high school our games weren't nearly as physical as these right here are.
As someone who can attest from a familiar region, I concur.
Yes, sir.
Push again on the inside now, back in the hands of Hughes. Hughes able to throw this one up and in now for Smith.
Good job of Isaac staying with it right there. Again, I've said it 3 or 4 times, New Madrid's got to start getting stops down here. They went to a 2-3 zone. So there goes the freshman Jackson.
And clearly it looks like the 2-3 zone in the advantage, but misses it again off the board. And an opportunity again for Lane. Lane tries to throw this one up. That doesn't go. Picked up again now from Isaac Smith. So again, the 2-3 going to be something to keep an eye on. As you can see, Wells just flying up and down the court, but going to get called out of play.
I mean, New Madrid's down by, 20, 22 right here. And I mean, where would they be at with those 7 or 8 layups right there that they got? They'd be right back in it.
It would be a little bit closer than you would think and would be more of a track meet than you think.
Yeah, it's a track meet. The difference is Charleston's making their layups and New Madrid's having problems putting theirs in the hole.
Williams now ready to inbound. $1:58 left to go here in the second. Able to get this one on the inside, finds Rossetto. Bounce pass.
Isaac's wide open. If he steps to it, he was waiting for the pass to get to him instead of stepping to it right there. The defender got it.
Hughes was ready to pick it up in the meantime. Now another chance again for the Eagles. Bounce pass, gets it over to Rossetto. Rossetto looks up, but an offensive call.
Yeah, but anytime you lower your shoulder like that, Joe, that's an easy call there for Lloyd Rice. That's an easy one to make.
As he was able to find the reach. And again, good placement again to take the charge once more. Second offensive tonight for both teams involved. So we're coming up on 90 seconds remaining here in the opening half. And a long 3 on the way. It's Trayvon Williams on the board.
I mean, Charleston shooting lights out tonight.
Again, 17 for 30 right now for the Blue Jays. And 4 of 10 from the three-point arc.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4 3-pointers out of that, too.
Here's another takeaway again from Wells. I'm curious to see what the takeaway count is going to be at this point. And a reach up going to go against Williams.
I'd say New Madrid's probably got 12 to 15 turnovers this half somewhere if I was guessing. 27-point affair, 46-19 here in half number 1.
But
Charleston's just going to keep matching up with them man-to-man full court. I mean, they're not going to back off any, especially right now.
And you got to think that man-to-man is going to continue to stay in their favor. As long as you don't get tired of doing it and at least notice any cracks within it, that's certainly going to change things moving forward.
And these kids from Charleston are old enough to know, back when, when New Madrid had Jadis and BJ and that really good group right there. And there's probably a little bit of revenge factor in their minds as well.
Absolutely. And again, some of those key components coming back in for their senior season, we should say. Tim Frazier leading the charge on that. Trayshawn Shandon, again, rising in the ranks for this Charleston squad. Here's a pass again on the inside now to Hughes. Hughes trying to keep a hand on it. 50 seconds remaining here in the opening half. You see they're slowing a little bit down at the time. Still plenty of time to work with in the shot clock, but clearly these two teams don't need it here today. So we'll get a jump whistle. Going to stay with the Eagles.
Good job by Isaac staying with that right there. He could have gave up on that play, but he didn't. He's still playing hard.
So a 46-19 affair, advantage of Charleston. Again, strong shooting tonight from the Blue Jays. New Hampshire County right now at 33%, 9 of 27. So we're coming up on 40 seconds left to go. There's the first triple of the night from Jaden Williams.
That might get him going right there, Joe.
That could trim the deficit for the moment. Another triple on the way. This one doesn't go. Williams tries to get the board. Offensive board back to Henderson. Now a quick one again to Williams. That doesn't fly. Cross-court pass over to English. English looks to go for the layup. Trims off the board yet again. Hughes now trying to come up 2-on-1. Lays it up and in.
Good hustle by Malachi Hughes right there. He stayed right with that.
10 seconds remaining. Charleston going to hold for the last shot. Chance again for Frazier. A long three on the way. That one's going to fly out of play, and that is how the first half will come to a close. So a high-flying first half for Charleston as they lead it by 22, 46-24. Coach, your first half thoughts?
My first half thoughts are Charleston is playing absolute lockdown defense on New Madrid. New Madrid's having problems even getting into their offense down here because they keep turning the ball over. And a lot of those are still from him off the dribble, which is really odd. You usually don't see that because New Madrid's got pretty good ball handlers, but that they don't seem to be very confident right now in this first half. And Charleston, it's kind of like shark blood in the water. The sharks smell that blood, and Charleston can sense that. And when you're on defense like that and you don't think a kid's very confident, you're going to do your best effort to take it from him.
Well, the man-to-man defense has been a big factor tonight for the Blue Jays, and it continues to be as such as we go to the intermission. 46-24, advantage of the Blue Jays. Will be back in the second half coming up in just a little bit. This is the 2025 SEMO Conference Tournament on Aycorp Sports.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At First State Community Bank, Our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
This is us.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
What does it take to stand tall? To let curiosity take root? To let your dreams take flight? You have to be fearless. Carve your path without permission. Turn your grit into greatness. This is your small town with big ideas. This is where you find your fearless. This is SEMO.
Halftime here at the Field House, 46-24, and the Blue Jays doing it off turnovers, doing it off runs up the glass, and picking apart the New Madrid County defense over and over again as we welcome you back up top. Joe Northern alongside the longtime Eagle coach and Jeff Ross. Again, we kind of mentioned this kind of going into the break. Charleston shooting lights out right now, but the defense from the Eagles certainly going to have to be something that they discuss in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a really good talking to by Coach Jenkins. As a matter of fact, he's not even out on the court yet. He's still back here in the locker room. So they're not going to give up. I know these kids in New Madrid. I've had a lot of them. I mean, I know a lot of them since they were kindergartners over in my building at New Madrid Elementary. And it's a good bunch of kids. They're tough-nosed. They're just a little bit shell-shocked right now. I look for them to rebound this half right here. Again, I was just talking to Coach Hollyfield over there a second ago, and, you know, he's like, you know, New Madrid's missed, 5, 6, 7, 8 layups point blank, and it'd be, I mean, they'd be right there, You take 7 layups, 14, and then you got, it's basically a tie game.
And again, just you have to make those easy shots up the middle. You have to get ahead, look back, and just not even think, just throw it up.
Some of those shots, though, no matter, they're going in there. I always said this as a player, that, those little, from the side, those little 5, 6 footers, those are hard to make.
They
For
are.
3-pointers, I mean, seem to be easy. But those are out there, if you don't use the backboard and get a good angle where you can use the backboard because your momentum is usually going that way, those are tough to make. Those are tough makes, and I'm sure that Coach Jenkins is probably telling the same thing that I'm saying right now.
Absolutely. 46-24, and again, it's going to have to come to just a big second-half adjustment if they want to try to avoid that magic number of 30 points, or we should say the unmagic number of 30 points.
It's going to be interesting to see what New Madrid comes out in. I don't know if they're going to go to their token man this half or not. If they do, I look for them to be a lot more aggressive, play with their feet a little bit better. But, it's going to come down to New Madrid getting stops down here and being able to rebound. And they've got to make shots. They've just got to make shots, and they've got to hold Charleston down here on this defensive end.
Meanwhile, if you're Charleston, obviously a good first half. What do you look forward to in the second for them?
If I'm Coach DeMarcus, I would just tell them to keep doing what they've been doing.
They were quickly back on the court. Only 3-4 minutes of the discussion in the intermission.
Yeah, they're looking to run a special set out here. That looked like a special set out of a halftime.
And indeed it is. It's Henderson right now able to get this up on the inside. Won't go. It's Frazier.
And that pass just barely got through there. But again, Charleston gets it point blank.
Nice putback again from Frazier. That one doesn't go, coming off the hands of Jaden Kess Newsom.
Got a jump ball.
So jump still going to stay with the Eagles. But again, a 24-point affair, 7:27 remaining here in quarter number 3. Winner will get the winner of our next game coming up tonight. New Madrid County Poplar Bluff taking on Notre Dame. It's a nice roll up and in for Isaac Smith.
Soft touch for Isaac Smith there.
Cut in now up the middle over for Henderson. Henderson pitches this one back. Frazier looks for the triple. That's way off the mark, but a nice put back up and in. And again, it's kind of what we've noticed in the 3. They've done a good job of at least getting a guy underneath to get you set up.
Right.
At least to get the consolation. I kind of jokingly say, but kind of a consolation point.
Yeah, I saw one white jersey in there on that rebound. That's another problem right there.
That 3 is going to be way off the mark. Back in the hands of Tim Frazier. And a 24-point affair. This one going to go off the mark. Picked up again from Isaac Smith.
It's not helping New Madrid. They're shooting about 33% of the field.
Now
at all.
12 of 31 as it stands right now. Make it 13 of 32 as Malachi Hughes gets some points on the board. Push again on the inside. Jumper on the way from Shandon. That one's good to go.
I'm not sure what you do about that. I mean, you got a big kid like that, left-handed, he dribbles down the floor, stop, pop, and he made it.
And just kind of going with a little pop-a shot method. Take a step, 2, make sure you get a dribble, and then you're good to go rest of the way. So it's taken away again from Frazier. Able to lob this one up, doesn't go. Put back, can't go either. Williams now trying to chase it again up the middle. Williams to the right, finds the connection he needs. Williams only held to 6 tonight as it stands for the Eagles.
If I was New Madrid, I think I'd go to a half-court man here. Charleston just seems to be too much for their full-court man.
Another pressure inside again for Ternez Lane. Again, they're trying to stack on the inside and box him out, but again, has not been kind this evening.
Yeah, Charleston just seemed to want this game a lot more than New Madrid at this point in time.
Here's the push again for Hughes. This one double team out the middle. Gets it back over to Isaac Smith. Smith tries to connect up the line. A nice little connection in for Jaden Guest-Newsome.
New Madrid's proved they can score, but can they guard? Can they stop them? That's been the story of this game.
Again, trying to stop the guard has been a major key, or at least kind of a thorn in the side, as you just mentioned, Coach.
Yeah.
And certainly DK Williams has been proven to be more of a thorn in the side. He's got 15.
It's just the dribble penetration from Charleston. I mean, you saw right there, Isaac had to step up and check that shot and left his man wide open underneath, and the shot still went up and in.
To see Williams crossing the timeline, still plenty of time to work with. Not that either of these teams need it by any stretch. Push again to Palmer. This one doesn't go. Rebound pass over to Smith. That able to get in time.
Just wait for Isaac to stay with that ball right there. He's got those good hands down there.
Smith, second leading scorer of the game so far. He's got 8 of 5. Not terribly far away from a double-double if he can go for it.
No, I think he'll get there on the rebound total for sure.
Here's Henderson now trying to reset it again. Looking top of the arc. Tries to do a nice little roll away to Shannon. 3-on-1. Bounce pressure taken away from Guest-Newsome. Then a miscommunication. They are letting him play.
He didn't let Tice get away with that one, but, I mean, I didn't see that was any worse than the play before that for sure.
Again, just the pressure on the inside. But, again, when you've got just two competitive teams and you just got to go at it, sometimes you just have to do just that, quite simply.
I like the way Tice Palmer plays. I take a kid like that any day on my team.
Here's Henderson, not able to get this to go, but another putback up and in.
I mean, I wish we had a stat on offensive rebounds, Joe. I mean, they've got to have at least.
Right now, it shows 3, but I feel like there's been a lot more than that.
I think it's about 10 of them, probably, it seems like to me.
Here's the push again from Smith. Smith able to get this one out.
We've got 3 just in this half alone, I know, from Charleston.
Absolutely.
So Charleston,
34.
They're scorching, Joe. Do the math on that. 24 for 44. What is that?
Oh, geez, you're putting me back like you taught me at one point. Oh, wait.
I wasn't a math teacher.
I knew you weren't. Like, definitely in the 50s right now.
It's in the 50s for sure. I know that.
24 of 44. This one's going to be whistled contact against the Eagles. As Williams is going to pick up his first, team foul number 2, 3:44 remaining here in the third.
And New Madrid is 15 for 31 from their 2-point field goals and 1 for 6 in the 3-point line. So they're just cold all the way around.
But they've done a better job of at least trying to get in the paint for the second half. That's at least one thing I've noticed so far.
Yeah, they have, and it seemed like their intensity's up a couple notches too out here. Again, Charleston's just shooting lights out from the floor.
Bounce pass on the inside.
Got a little mismatch there.
3-on-1, doesn't get this to go, but it'll get an opportunity to go back to the stripe. Something Charleston has done okay at tonight.
You can tell Charleston constantly try to get the ball in the post to is it Shandon down there when Tice Palmer's on him right there. That's a pretty good mismatch. He's a little bit taller than Tice, and he's a whole lot bigger for sure.
Absolutely. Shandon not able to get this one off and in.
I don't think Tice minds guarding him, though. I think Tice is up to the challenge to guard anybody out there, to be honest with you. He's got to come out of the game, though. Is that 3 fouls on him?
That is going to be his third, yes.
So no matter brings a freshman Minner in the game.
Push again on the inside, up and in for Shandon. Lead back to 25 for the Blue Jays. And Smith now going to have to try to combat the full court pressure once more. They're charging up the middle.
Got some numbers down here.
Here's Guest-Newsome able to get it up and in.
Good job by Jaden there.
As Guest-Newsome gets it on the board, cuts it down to a 23-point game. Push again now coming in from Shandon. Tries to go up, but a whistle called.
Well, they're just taking it to the hole. I mean, they're just basically saying, here, I got the ball. I'm going bucket. See if you can stop me.
And that has certainly been the method right now. And for Charleston, again, already 14 fouls against New Madrid County. So you got to be thinking free throws the rest of the way. But, of course, if you're the Eagles, try to avoid the contact. But then again, at what cost do you avoid that contact?
Normally when you're down, you want the clock to stop, but you don't want the clock to stop when the other team's shooting free throws on you for sure.
Absolutely. Shandon gets this one up and good. 25-point game, 61-36. Full court D continuing in factor for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's a product of bad spacing by New Matter. They got 4 kids in there within probably 5 or 6 feet of each other. They've got to spread the floor.
As Lane able to take it away. Gets us now back on the outside to Williams.
Ideally on that full court press, Joe, what you want to do is you want to get the ball into your best ball handler and have everybody else just clear out. Clear out to half court or past half court and just get everybody out of the way. That way Charleston can't come over there and help them. A little double dribble there.
And you can see the frustration coming back in for Williams again on the board. Make it now a 25-point game.
Yeah, I don't see Coach Jenkins sit down a whole lot, but he's sat down a lot tonight. But as a former coach, I know the feeling too, and I'm not going to say I haven't done that a few times as well.
I mean, again, when you feel like you have the frustration of everything just not going your way as well as you like it, it's tough out there.
It is, for sure. But take nothing away from Charleston. They played tremendously so far.
Absolutely. And again, this is a Blue Jay team that we've noticed that has been trying to get back on the up and up, and certainly in what we like to call the District of Doom in Class 2 District 3.
Bernie, Charleston, and
Puxico's in there.
Puxico. I mean, goodness gracious.
So,
surely a state champion may come out of that district.
It very well could. I think, again, that's kind of...
How would you see that district right now?
That's a good question.
Really, a lot of it's going to depend on after this Christmas tournament, and then obviously the Starr County tournament. But, Charleston's going to be in the mix no matter what, because they bring something that a lot of those other teams can't. I mean, they've got these athletes and the quickness to stay with just about anybody and stay in the game with anybody.
Absolutely. I think the quickness and also just the ability to try to pick away steals so quickly as, not to take away from Puxico and Bernie, Charleston is playing a faster game than those two.
Yeah, but make no mistake, Bernie and Puxico, they'll run with them for sure.
Oh,
they want to play like
will.
that.
And I think, again, the one thing I've noticed at least of not only kind of the reemergence of the Stoddard County Conference teams, but I think most teams have kind of really figured out the method of how Charleston can beat you day in and day out.
Yeah.
And teams just trying to combat that as best as they can.
Right.
And that certainly made the difference, I think.
You better have a couple good ball handlers for sure.
Absolutely. Shannon not able to get this in, but Frazier now in the opportunity spits it out and away for Trinez Lane.
And Charleston's got some kids that play a lot bigger than what they are. I don't know how tall they are out there. I'm looking 5'9", 5'7", 5'8". I mean, most of them play like they're over 6 foot tall for sure.
Absolutely. Push again up the middle, this one.
Another rebound by Charleston guard. I mean, how many rebounds, offensive rebounds did the Charleston guards have tonight? I'd say 8, 9, or 10,
At
something
least
like
8,
that.
9, or 10, something like that.
Yeah.
Foul's going to be called against New Madrid County this time against Malachi Hughes. So free throws for the reigning $126 here in the third, as we see Tim Frazier return to the line, missing the first.
You can tell that some of New Madrid County Central's youth is showing in this game for sure. I didn't see as much last night, but it's starting to peek through a little bit. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's something that you build on as a coach and as a program.
Frazier able to answer back in time. Make it a 25-point game. We'll have a substitution. Martavius Biles back into play.
It may be a quick fourth quarter, Joe. I don't know.
We're not to the magic number as
Not
of
yet.
yet.
We're getting there, though.
It's close. It's close. And for those of you doing the math at home, it's not 4 above the Charleston number, but the advantage of the lead. This one down and in, but it looks like Newsom taking a little bit of a hit.
He fell right on his tailbone right there.
Mm-hmm. But able to get up back on his own accord, but nonetheless a nice little 3-point play to at least.
Did you notice how he used the backboard right there, though?
Yes.
Instead of just shooting a little finger roll or something, he used the backboard. He was going really hard in that direction and kissed it right off the glass and in.
So Jaden Guest Newsom now with an opportunity. Gets this one up over. And no shot. And a man just stepped in time.
I think Charleston stepped in there. Offensive lineman moving and the defensive line going over there in football.
So we'll look to see what the debate is going to be.
Oh.
They're going to stay Charleston ball.
I think I agree with Dontre there. I think he pulled Nicholas off sides is what he did.
Yeah, but looks like, again, kind of close on the foot, but again, we go by what the court says. Shot no good. Rebound quickly chasing up the other way. Bounce pass now connect over to Newsom, and a foul will be called, 2 upcoming.
New Madrid's starting to take the ball to the hole a little bit more now. Getting those hard shots in there, get some body contact, and going to the line shooting free throws herself.
So again, just trying to push forward. Very much a different second half of what we've noticed.
Yeah. 22 now. If New Madrid get that thing down to 15, watch out.
as Guess Newsom makes the first. 21-point affair again tomorrow night. Big doubleheader for you right here on the network, as we'll have Cape Central and Dexter as your early game at 5, and then Jackson and Sikeston at 6:30.
That's going to be two really good ones right there. I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm glad I don't have to call those. Those are going to be fun to listen to.
Absolutely. It'll be James and Bobby right up here in the booth for you.
Yeah, that'll be a treat for everybody out there listening to those two.
They'll be with you the rest of the way up top. I'll join you from my little cove in the quote-unquote Jeopardy desk, as they've now called the podium, backstage here at the Field House.
Is that what they call that?
Well, we're going to call it that right now. That's what it feels like, at least to me.
I didn't know if they took you outside to do that or what. Well, I see it's something behind the stage now.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe if we get closer to blowout territory, we can kind of show you a little angle of that.
You know, I always kind of wondered sometimes, is the Wizard of Oz back here behind that stage sometimes, the way Sikeston shoots the ball in this gym.
I mean,
the Wizard may be back here doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I don't know who the Wizard would be.
It's not Jeff Goldblum. I know that.
No, it's not.
65-44 here in the third. And a push again now coming for Ternez Lane. And a chance to throw this one up and off the mark. So again, the Blue Jays free throws have been just a constant note tonight, 12 of 21.
Well, they've got the line 21 times compared to 5 for New Madrid. That's another big tell right there. If anybody at home's wondering what this score, why it's so lopsided, that's exactly why.
So again, 12 extra points you otherwise wouldn't see on top of it. That's a nice roll up and in coming in for Jaden Williams. 20-point advantage. Blue Jays trying to continue to stay afloat and ahead. This one doesn't go. Picked up back on the opposite side. Coming in from Biles.
Looked like a guard took it right from Isaac right there. Isaac kind of brought the ball down to his waist, and we always teach kids, if you're a big man, you keep that ball up high, chin level, and don't bring it down below your waist so those little guards can get that ball. That's what happened right there to Isaac.
Martavius Biles now at the line, looking for at least some points to his stat line tonight as he makes the first.
Well, that Biles name is synonymous with Charleston basketball, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There's been so many good ones through the years come out of there.
Second one up and in. 68-46. Pressure again up the middle, Nana Williams. Another contact will be called. So we'll look to see officially who that's going to go against. It'll be against Lane. So that'll be the third for the remaining 5 seconds.
That's another impressive thing. Charleston's really getting after them, and that's just their third foul this quarter. I mean, that's amazing to watch.
Cross court now over to Jackson. Jackson looks to try to take it up on his own. That one doesn't go, and that is how the end of the third will come to a close. The Blue Jays up 22. The Eagles staying on the warpath as we go to the fourth here at the 2025 SEMO Conference Tournament.
This is us.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
We welcome you back inside. 68-46 in advantage of the Blue Jays. We welcome you back inside. Joe Northern alongside the coach and Rick Derringer fan and Jeff Ross. Again, really a big lead for the Blue Jays, but New Madrid County a better third quarter.
Right. I'm looking for Hulk Hogan to come out of the crowd somewhere. The Real American here is playing. You don't hear that song very often.
You do not. You might hear it at Bloomfield from time to time.
Yes.
I hear that guy who runs the music's a little bit of an animal.
He's got a little bit of mixture of everything over there at Bloomfield.
Yeah, I think he might need some help one day or another. Here's a reach in on the inside, 68-46 our score.
I bet Coach Becker or Vince Lockhart could probably help you out over there. I bet I think Becker's probably going to play rat the whole time, so.
He does love his 80s hairbangers.
Me too.
Here's Henderson able to get this one down the road, but a quick pitch on a play.
Good job by Isaac keeping his hands up in the air there. If he brought those hands down, Mr. Godwin would have caught a foul there, but he kept them up high.
Shandon now able to inbound this. Gets it over to Araje Wells. Wells, bounce pass on the inside, connecting over to Frazier. That one doesn't go. Connects back over to English. And the Eagles trying to reset again. A better third quarter for this New Madrid County team, but again, they've just had trouble of just trying to counter back with the Charleston shooting. But one thing you mentioned kind of during the break off air is they can shoot themselves into a game, can quickly shoot themselves out.
Yeah, Charleston's going to keep firing it up. I mean, New Madrid's got to just figure out if they can get Charleston to miss any shots down here.
Here's Shandon again on the inside, able tonight to cut in a three-man traffic.
Hard to miss those.
26-point game.
Just wide open layups right there. Take a couple dribbles, pass the defender, layup, good.
70-46 here in the fourth. So it's been all Blue Jays all night long. This one connected up and in, finding Isaac Smith.
That's something New Madrid could have been doing all game long. I don't think anybody from Charleston can guard Isaac down there when he gets that good a position.
Henderson not able to get this one to go and going back the other way. You
got English down here. I didn't see him.
You got to think this is going to be potentially an offensive clinic. Not too much defense here playing in the remaining 6:30 and change, unless something were to change. And it goes in time for Smith.
I think he called it on the floor,
it's a
Joe.
floor. Yep, it's a floor. My apologies.
Good job by That's textbook right there. He posts wide. He got his hands wide. He took the ball. He just pivoted on his left foot and kept it high. It just went up and in. He just happened to call it on the floor right there. Good move by Isaac Smith there.
So he gets the pressure in, no point of the basket, but yet another opportunity. And that doesn't go in for Jackson. He's had some trouble trying to get it on the board, but a nice forced deflection to keep it in New Madrid territory.
Yeah, Kevin Jackson's had just a little bit of problem right there finishing at the basket. But he made a hustle play right there and knocked off the Charleston defender.
Push again into Williams, connecting back to Smith. Smith able to lob this one up, doesn't go. Smith, another chance, this one in time.
I think Smith's he's got his double-double by now, I bet.
He's close. He's 12-6 as it stands right now. But he's getting there. Here's Frazier able to lob this one back in time. 22-point game.
Tim Frazier.
Yes, Tim Frazier again continuing to light it up. He's got 12. 5 different Blue Jays in double digits tonight, led by DK Williams with 17. As this one doesn't go, and another chance upcoming for Frazier. Able to slide this one up to Wells, gets it up and in.
Well, they're just putting a clinic on tonight in fast break layups for sure.
And it's just been a man-to-man fiesta in this one, as Williams now able to chase it up inside.
Like Jaden's got 10 points now. Seems like he's got more than that. He's got 12, actually.
Bounce pass on the inside. Able to connect again over to Henderson. Henderson able to lob this one up and over. And the lead extended to 24. Coming up on 5:15 remaining here in the fourth. Steele taken away again once more from Wells. Able to connect over to Smith. And a nice kiss off the glass and inside.
Gosh, Charleston is 29 for 55 from the field. I mean, they are just, and they're still keeping the full court press on. They're still pressuring New Madrid.
Here's Kevin Jackson now, chasing this over to Williams. Williams can't get it to go. Rebound back in the hands of the Blue Jays and just continuing to move up the middle. Only 3 men up front. Looked like Henderson thought about it. Instead, going to just drive it up inside. And a rebound back in the hands of Smith. Had a little bit of a tug on the jersey. And a push again now connecting over with Jackson. Jackson trying to get that opportunity. Throws it up and doesn't go.
I think there's a lid on this end of the court for New Madrid as well this half, seems like.
Roll away to Wells. That one's going to be short. Gets his own opportunity back up and in.
Wow. I'd like to see a shot chart of Charleston shots. I bet about 75 to 80% of them are right there in the paint.
They're 31 of 58 as that one goes in time for Kevin Jackson. As he gets the points for the first time tonight. Push again for Wells. This one rolls in.
Wow.
just his ability to connect in the middle cannot be understated here tonight.
No, I mean, he's awfully effective in there underneath the basket. And really, that's an easy shot because New Madrid's really not challenging him down there at all. It didn't seem like.
Another rebound again coming in.
Another fast break. Nobody back for New Madrid.
Wells, Henderson, and a 30-point advantage. Blue Jays.
We got there, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. 3:31 remaining here in this one.
Charleston's dropped back into a half-court man-to-man now.
So they draw it back in the hands of Newsom. Able to lob this one up, but doesn't go. And an opportunity to try to go up for two. Is the block going to go against Tim Frazier on the board?
Looked like Tim Frazier got there just a little bit late. Good idea, and Coach Williams he's not going to be sad about that one. Anytime the kid tries to draw a charge on a layup, that's what you want.
Absolutely, because it could go best case scenario for you to bring it back the other way.
Right, especially the way they're running the floor.
Absolutely. Clock stops now at 2:55 remaining here in the fourth, thanks to the early, but free throw from Gus Newsom. So he's trying to just past the 10-point marker tonight. Second one up, goes through.
Here comes Charleston again. They're looking to score.
Here's Henderson again. Looks to get this back over to Wells. Wells looking to lob this one up. That one goes in and out of play. Going to go back to New Madrid County, opposite side. Two new substitutes coming in. Minner and Rosano returning in for New Madrid County. For Charleston, it's going to be number 4, C.J. Kimball, and Trevon Williams coming in for Jamarcus Williams and company.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Williams is going to unload the bench a little bit, get some of these kids out of there, let them rest. The job well done by Charleston.
Again, a clinic shooting night tonight, 33 of 61. Eagles 25 of 54. Again, both teams just throwing up shots, especially with a big second half scoring, really on both sides of the ball,
yeah,
too.
And somehow they've shot 14 threes. And I don't know how, because it doesn't seem like it. It seemed like everything they had was a layup.
As Minner gets this one up and in with 2:24 remaining here in this one. Barring any wild circumstances, Charleston going to play on Friday night in the early game at 5 o'clock. So this one rolls off the hands of Williams.
The Magic's going to be tough in a couple of years, though. When these freshmen are juniors and these sophomores are seniors, they're going to have a squad.
Absolutely.
If not before then.
Sincere Brooks gets this out of play, connects back over to Williams. Williams throws this one up, can't get it to go. Connects back over to Henderson. And a takeaway again once more by the Eagles, 84-58. Chance again inside the middle. And he'll throw this one out of play. Taking a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. As New Madrid County doesn't get any easier, they're going to be in the Bill Rowe Queen City Showcase taking on a powerful team out of Columbia, the Bruins of Rockbridge. That'll be a game coming up on the 14th, and then we'll have a home stretch with Kennett and Scott City. So big stretch of home games upcoming for the Eagles.
They got 4 in a row, looks like.
Down at the Nest.
Rockbridge, a Class 6 school?
They are indeed, yes.
Yeah. Probably have some size, too, I would imagine.
Yes. Jim Scanlon and company have done a great job for that Bruin program just year after year. And again, a lot of talent always coming out from the south side of Columbia.
Right.
It's going to be picked up now from the hands of Waters. Waters gets it up now to Brooks. Brooks can't get this one to go. Lob back the other way, taken away once more from Minner. Minner again now on the push. Bounce pass, gets this out on the inside. Connects back to Minner. This one won't go. Minner tries to get another offensive board. That one in time.
He said, look what I found down here.
And he found it all right. He certainly found it. 84-62. Advantage of the Blue Jays. This one again up and in for Trayvon Williams. It's the lead extended to 24. So we're at 47 seconds left here in this one. They get this back over to Roseno. Roseno again looks to flop this up over to Brooks. That one does not go. A chance again upcoming once more. And up and in once more for Henderson. It's been that kind of half, really, it seems
Even
like.
the kids Charleston puts off the bench are in there running the floor really well.
And they just continue to try to push it up. Foul will be called against Williams. So that'll be his first and third team foul. Don't forget, coming up after the game, we will have an interview with the winning coach in Jamarcus William and another edition of the Insiders getting you ready for our next game with Poplar, Bluff, and Notre Dame. And we'll speak with Leodwin Seabury, writer for the Daily American Republic, talking about the Poplar Bluff Mules. That'll be coming up in the intermission. Layup it in now for C.J. Kimball. And the run just continuing for the Blue Jays as they put up more points than anybody in the tournament so far, a total that could be hard to pass. 92-60 here in this consolation semifinals, and the Blue Jays move on to Friday night.
Wow. That's I didn't see that coming, Joe. I really...
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next. American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
This is us.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
We welcome you back, Charleston, 32-point winners over New Madrid County with the coach, Jamarcus Williams. Again, man-to-man in scoring. I feel like that's been the method that we've come to expect this time. A great performance from your guys. 5 guys in double digits. Talk about the effort tonight.
Yeah, so one thing we focused on tonight was a bounce-back win. We didn't play very good last night. We were really flat. So one thing that we put emphasis on before we loaded the bus was we got to go out and play with some energy. Regardless of what the score is, I wanted to see my guys play hard for 4 quarters. Did not, but I mean, it's hard to keep teenagers focused whenever they feel a win coming with 2 quarters to go. So, I was glad that they came out and played with some energy and some focus.
Absolutely, and you mentioned the energy again. 46 first half points, and then another 40 at least, another 46, 2-2. Obviously, you got a very high, potentially 2 very good teams coming ahead of you, regardless of it being Notre Dame or Poplar Bluff. What are you looking forward to in comparing those 2 teams coming up and how your guys can match up against them?
One thing that we really like within ourselves is we can guard 84 feet. I mean, I got several guys that can do it. I mean, we got some guys hurt right now, but my guards, whenever their number is called, they come in and they play extremely hard and they guard 84 feet. So regardless of who we playing tomorrow or Friday night, we're gonna apply pressure as best we can and try to get a dub.
Absolutely, and again, really just some key guys you want to highlight. Obviously, DK coming in, 21 points, but really some guys that, again, so many different targets for your team. Really, who kind of surprised you the most this evening?
I was glad to see Tim Frazier being aggressive. That's something that we've been trying to get him to do all season long, or I guess we're 4 or 5 games into the season, right? And we've been trying to get him to be more aggressive offensively. We have, I think, at this time, 4 guys averaging double figures and 1 averaging 9. So we have those. We have the roster who, any given night, any guy can get hot. Several guys can get hot. And Tim, he's a great floor leader for us. He gathers us when we're out of control, and he's very vocal in practice, and he makes sure things are running the course. But in the game, he's very reserved, and other coaches are going to pick up on that and try to play off of him and things like that. So, and he can score. He can shoot the ball. He's a big, strong body. Us coaches, we got to continue encouraging him to be aggressive offensively when the opportunity presents itself.
Coach, enjoy this one. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
That is the coach, Jamarcus Williams, in addition to the insiders coming up with Daily American Republic writer Leon Seabury when you come back. Our next consolation semifinal coming up in just a moment between Notre Dame and a very resurgent Poplar Bluff team, and a man who knows Poplar Bluff quite well on the Daily American Republic, Leon Seabury. Leon, this is a Poplar Bluff team that one thing has people has got their eyes open, and that they're a big squad this year with 8 guys above 6'4".
Yes, they do. They have several guys who are post presence and guys who are going to be impact. Last year they were kind of not small, but they didn't have the size they had this year. They have some guys this year who really are going to be presence guys, primarily Sam Durden, who is the coach's son. So he showed a lot in that Jackson game, and their size really helped and length kind of helped them get back in that Jackson game because they really struggled early, but they used some length and some talented play from the guards. But their bigs started rebounding well, and like that size you just alluded to really showed up big time for them. Even though they didn't get the job done, that's what got them back in the game against Jackson.
And again, you mentioned the size presence, but also the speed that Coach Durden has really continued to try to implement with this squad. Just to take a look forward to what they'll need to do tonight to potentially not only get past a very good Notre Dame team, but maybe looking forward ahead of whether it be New Madrid County or Charleston. What are really some things that you noticed that the team did well, but could improve on moving forward?
I think rebounding got better as the game went on. I think if they start off getting rebounds, limiting Jackson on the block, Jackson wasn't as big. Jackson wasn't as big as they were, but they still kind of struggled rebounding early. Tonight, if they get off to a strong start rebounding, they have a really talented guard /4, Dallas Williams. He's their big shot maker. He's going to be there. I think they're all SEMO guy. That's their offensive guy. He has to get going early. He had 17 against Jackson. I think he'll need to be in the 20s, in the mid 20s, maybe high 20s for them to get a victory tonight. I think he's their catalyst, the guy that gets them going.
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing that you're so excited to see this team really do on the court this season.
Really just come together as a blend that youth that they have with they have some upperclassmen who are talented, but they have some young guys who can really play as well. Really see how Coach Durden blends that group together and how they mold together as a unit, especially as we get tournaments that'll happen in December.
Absolutely. He is the Audwin Seabury. You can find his work in the Daily American Republic and on SEMOPol.com. I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Poplar, Bluff, Notre Dame coming up in just a moment.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
Welcome back to the Field House. Night number 3 of the 2025 SEMO Conference tournament well underway. One spot for Friday already inked in as the Charleston Blue Jays took care of New Madrid County 92-60. Now let's get to business with our next matchup on the board, as it will be the Notre Dame Bulldogs taking on the Poplar Bluff Mules. Joe North. Again, this is kind of a battle between two very contrasting styles here tonight. You have the size and strength of Poplar Bluff and the guarding ability versus a Notre Dame team that's quite new to the table in varsity play, but they've got some strong shooters and at least have the ability to slow opponents down quite well.
Right. Bluff has got some really big kids over there. I'm looking over there on their roster, and I was down there standing by them, and I'm 6'5". They got about 2 or 3 kids as tall as I am. They got one that's probably 6'8" or 6'9", it looked like to me. I do see where Notre Dame's got 3 kids that they got 5 players that are 6'3" and taller. So this game very well may be one on game, as far as the guards go. Bluff definitely big and strong in there, and it's going to be interesting to see what Notre Dame does. They played Sikeston the other night. It was a lopsided loss. It got out of hand pretty early. Sikeston made, I couldn't tell you how many threes, but it was a bunch. And it's going to be interesting to see how Notre Dame bounces back from that game right there. I suspect they very well may.
And they did last night in the win over Kennett. Poplar Bluff, however, getting ever so closer of upsetting Jackson on Monday night, but just came up a little bit short. You got to think that is certainly going to be in the equation tonight for Coach Will Durden and company.
Right. Notre Dame played, Poplar Bluff played Jackson super, super close. I was at home watching it, and it got to about 15 or 16, and I went and watched something else, and I turned back about 10 minutes later, and Bluff's got a 3 or 4 point lead late in the game on them.
So again, a Poplar Bluff team that if they can quickly get up the middle and get some scoring, this could pose problems for Notre Dame, but if they are able to utilize the size and the guard play as well as we saw last night, this one could very well be awfully intriguing between these two teams. And again, for Poplar Bluff, this is only their second game of the season. Got a little bit of a later start comparatively to some of the other teams on the schedule, but certainly have not let that diminish what we've been able to see from them. As we go to the floor now for the announcements of the starting lineups. Poplar Bluff's going to be in their maroon away jerseys, white numbers, white trim. And the lineup looks like this. Number 2, J.R. Lathan. Also see number 24 in there in Justin Briscoe, the tallest player on the team, coming in at 6'8". Williams, the leading scorer, wearing number 4, the 6'4" senior. Number 5, Toby Duncan. And again, as we mentioned, Justin Briscoe, the tall 6'8" fella. And Sammy Durden, coach's son, 6'4" junior. For Coach Will Durden, Aaron Duncan, and Dave McCormick. Meanwhile, for Coach Jeremy Brinkmeyer in his 3rd season leading this Notre Dame Bulldog team, the lineup looks a little bit like this. Not any changes from last night. It's number 1, Colton Lawnaway, the 5'10" senior. You got number 3, Cole Adams, the 6'3" sophomore. Cole Adams, I beg your pardon. Number 5, Colin Erbst, another sophomore, coming in at 5'10". A 6'5" senior, number 33, and Gabe Jones. And the leading scorer from last night, number 43, Dylan Danemuller. Leading for Coach Jeremy Brinkmeyer and Mark Rubel.
Joe, I wonder how many of these kids from Notre Dame that are out on that floor right now, who played last year. I thought somebody told me earlier that they didn't think that a lot of these kids that were at Notre Dame, or maybe some of them graduated, they've got a whole new starting 5 or something like that. I'm not sure.
That they do. Again, effectively an entire new starting 5 with, again, a team that did very well at the JV level, going 23-2. But again, you throw that out the window when you come into varsity play.
Right, totally different ball game when you come to varsity for sure.
So it looks like we're going to get a jersey change immediately on the board. It looks like number 33 in Gabe Jones had the wrong jersey on.
Oh, boy. That sounds like a junior high problem.
And it looks like everybody's just kind of trading jerseys now on the bench for Notre Dame.
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
As you've looked left side. We've done this for a long time. I can't say we've seen that before. But nonetheless, we're underway as this one's going to be going out of play. Clearly through Poplar Bluff off as the Bulldogs will take control.
He was throwing that to Sammy Durden down there, but Sammy Durden thought he was shooting it, so he had turned around to block out.
They take it inside now to Jones. Jones now connected inside to Erbst. Erbst again up the middle. Looking back up top, trying to get past the guardian of Dallas Williams as he's quickly to take that away. Now again, another push again from Williams, trying to take it up the middle. This one goes off the board, won't go. Rebound back in the hands of Briscoe. That doesn't go. And picked up again by J.R. Lathan. Sets back over to Duncan up top. Duncan swings it across to Dallas Williams. Spits it out the other way, connects back over to Briscoe, off the rim. And a rebound back in the hands of Colin Erbst.
Yeah, Notre Dame looks like they're going to have to gang rebound against Poplar Bluff. They are big down there.
And again, boards and boxing out certainly going to be the key against the Mules here tonight as this one pitched out of play. And going off, looks like the leg of Sammy Durden. So the Bulldogs again looking to reset again. Big winners last night over Kennett. 31 in the final in that one. Jumper on the way for Adams. That's pure.
It looked good there. Set play out of bounds, baseline out of bounds, and he caught that and put it right in the hole.
As again, Adams, one of the leading scorers for this Bulldog team, had 8 in the loss against Sikeston, picked up 7 last night in the win against Kennett. We'll get another whistle on the play. Actually picked up 5 last night in the win against Kennett, I beg your pardon. Foul's going to be on Colton Londaway. That'll be his first. And team foul number 1. But Notre Dame, the 3-point shot, the difference so far. They go back to Durden, fakes out on the inside, connects now over to Duncan. Duncan looks up one.
Good job blocking out there by 33 for Notre Dame.
Gabe Jones able to get that one inside. Now connects back over to Dannemuller. Dannemuller tries to sail it up opposite side, doesn't go.
Had a bad angle there.
Quickly pitched back over to Williams. Again, able to get this jump up and on the board.
Well, Williams is a big kid, but he's got some guard skills out there, Joe.
That he does. 17 points for Williams on the loss against Jackson on Monday night. So they go back to Londaway, spits it back to Jones. This one rims in and out. And it's in the hands of Toby Duncan. 3-2, just getting started here in our final game of the night. And taken up top now to J.R. Latham.
Chip zone.
And indeed they are. That's going to be taken away from Adams. Adams looking to drive on the left side, spits it out of play, connects back over to Jones. Jones looks over to Londaway. Londaway for 3. Hit goes.
Well, that looked good right there. Really good ball move by Notre Dame right there.
As Colton Londaway able to get the quick 3 on the board. That's all Notre Dame has been able to drain here tonight. And another 3 on the opposite side from Sammy Durden. And the triples coming in triple force. Here's Adams. Gets it on the inside, connects back over to Dannemuller. Dannemuller looks for it. We'll have a foot out of play, and we'll go back to Poplar Bluff, and we'll have a bit of a line change-up coming. It's Braden Robert coming in, along with number 21, Trenton Powell.
It's like Notre Dame. On camera to the folks back home, it looks like a 2-2-1 press. Well, actually, they're going to get the ball out of bounds underneath the go.
But it did appear as a 2-2-1
But
press.
matchup zone extended to full court's what it actually is.
Here's a
nice
push
play
on the inside and ready to go for Braden Robert. As Robert able to get this one in, and a 3-point advantage of the Bulldogs. Quick swing out over to Duncan. Duncan, that'll be tipped away. And a nice pickup again from Robert. Robert trying to take it up himself. Won't go and gets it in time.
Notre Dame has no fear.
They are continuing to really just charge up the middle tonight. And Braden Robert able to get it up for the and 1.
They're doing a good job of running their lanes there and making that extra pass right there. That's pretty impressive.
Robert picked up 10 last night, going 3 of 5 for Notre Dame, and quickly gets the and 1 to make it a 2-possession game. 11-5, 3 minutes in. Here's Ferguson, able to sail this out to Markel Hurd, wearing number 1. Now Corbin Thomas in. Gets it back up top to Duncan. Duncan looks to drive on the inside. Durden nearly had the open gap. They're quickly trying to box out.
Good help side by
a traveling violation called against Hurd, and I love the setup they have going on.
One thing about that matchup zone, it's kind of hard to run. You really can't run a zone offense against it. You've got to run some type of man offense and cutters through the lane, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to run a zone offense again, because basically it's just a switch of man.
And you can see Bluff again not wasting any time, going full court press, taking away this one up and in off the hands of Ferguson. You got to think that may be the way they go with.
Yeah, Bluff's going to get after them too, though. I mean, this might be a shootout.
Here's Robert, not able to get this, but will quickly get the block in time. So another opportunity again for Braden Robert, the 6'1" sophomore.
I think that was on the floor.
It will stay on the floor. Actually, nope, they are going.
No,
nope,
you are correct.
Yep, I thought I saw the arm possibly go up from.
You did, I didn't see that.
You're good, no worries. Jason Williams had the arm up, and actually it's number 21, Trenton Powell, who's at the mark right now and missed the first. And it's number 33, Gabe Jones, coming off the floor. Push again now over to Powell, rebounded back again by the Mules. Quickly hands it off to Hurd. Hurd chasing left to right, 2-on-1 pressure.
Trap there.
A good trap, but again, just a few feet out of the box.
It's a really good trap, and it was really good rotation there by for Notre Dame, number 15, Evan Schwabo.
Yep, Schweibold again doing a great job for Notre Dame last night. A really good utility player for Coach Brinkmeyer. Again, he's got 13 guys he can work with, so you never know who's going to be dominating on any given night.
Good defense there by Notre Dame. They're really collapsing the lane when Bluff comes into the lane. They've got 3 guys.
A nice roll up that but won't get it to go. Armbar going to go against Notre Dame. So Poplar Bluff now with an opportunity to reset both teams. 2 team fouls to start here in the first. And an opportunity to bring it in for Devin Ferguson as we see J.R. Lathan coming in for Xavier Jones. Peyton Smith now, again, Notre Dame now saved in the meantime from Ferguson. Now they quickly got across, and they do. Just in time, however. Williams loses it.
Notre Dame's pesky out there. He got it.
Look at that for Powell. Able to get this up. Won't go. Rebound back in the hands of Farrow. And now they look to reset it again once more. Here's Schweinbold. Schweinbold blocked out of play. Going to stay with the Bulldogs. I love the energy that they have of just not being afraid to pick it away from the Bluff guards.
They are. They're very pesky. Their guards have got really quick hands out there, and Bluff's going to have to do a little bit better job protecting the ball on the dribble.
11-7 advantage of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame scored an easy one here last time. Let's see what they run this time.
As they go into Robert.
They ran a little pick, what's called a pick the picker. Didn't quite work that time.
They didn't pick it in time, but at least they do have some opportunities to refresh. Here's Robert, able to sail this one out. Schweinbold for 3, doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Thomas. And now Poplar Bluff not wasting any time, and a clear reach-in going to go against Dylan Rubel.
Yeah, he's going to have to play with his feet right there instead of his hands. He was in good position, but it's almost like anytime they put the ball up around anywhere, they've got to stick their hands in there, and they just got to quit doing that.
So Rubel going to get ticketed for the reach-in. With 3:05 remaining here in the first, 11-7, an advantage of the Bulldogs. Here's Hurd, a long 3, that's off the mark. Rebound back in the hands of Powell. And they're not wasting any time charging forward. Spits it out again to Schweinbold. Schweinbold now lurking up top. Gets it out again to Powell.
Notre Dame does a really good job spacing, Joe. Really good job of spacing the floor.
Absolutely. It just feels like they've got most of kind of the outside perimeter cover, but able to kind of read the lanes in time.
They're making Bluff. Yes, they're making Bluff go all the way out there at 3-point line, and that opens the lane because you got one-on-one down there anytime that happens. Very good job of spacing by Coach Brinkmeyer from Notre Dame.
Here again is Braden Robert. This one won't go. Free throws not terribly kind to Notre Dame this evening. They're 1 of 4 as it stands right now.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit on the free throw line.
Overall, 4 of 10 shooting this evening. The Mules 3 of 7, so somewhat equivalent, but Notre Dame getting a few more opportunities as it stands right now in this 5-point affair.
Poplar Bluff just seems to be having a problem with this pressure.
Williams
again,
not able to take it across. And
big problems.
The pressure has not been kind to Poplar Bluff. Chance again now coming for Farrow. Farrow spits it out. Now finds Rubel. Rubel cross court. Connects back over to Powell. Powell again in the middle. Connects over to Robert. Robert now outside to Farrow. Looks on the inside. Nice cut in on the glass.
Again, that's a product of Notre Dame spacing right there.
And they're continuing to try to ride the spacing well. Here's the push again from Williams. Williams able to get a kiss off the rim and in.
Williams looks really comfortable doing that.
Another fake opportunity. Gets it back over to Rubel. Rubel spits it out opposite side. Powell again to Robert. Looks for another triple. That doesn't go. Cut up again. Who comes on it? It's Durden. But going to be deflected away And the Bulldogs able to stay again thanks to the spacing and really just kind of throwing Poplar Bluff off with the positioning here tonight.
Yeah, and you notice they just subbed in about 4 guys for 4 guys, so they just want to keep that pressure up. I don't think Bluff wants to play fast.
And you got to see Notre Dame, too, going with a little more size in the middle. Clearly it pays off for him. Here's Londaway now, able to spit this back. Londaway now looks for another 3, way off the mark. Rebound back in the hands of Williams.
That was a good choice by Londaway to back that thing back out. He got it back in the corner and just missed a 3.
Duncan looking for one of his own, doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Adams. And the Bulldogs chasing again left to right on your screen. Now back to Londaway. It's going to be picked away off the hands of Hurd, but
it's got to be a bounce pass there by Londaway. It can't be an overhead pass. It's got to be a bounce pass.
Again, a great deflection off Hurd to at least still.
Because you see what happens right there. The defender's got his arms up in the air. You throw where their hands aren't. If his hands are high, you throw it low, and vice versa.
It's 14-9 affair. Again, just a lot of deflections at both teams, trying to play very aggressive defense against each other, but Notre Dame certainly being the aggressors that maybe Poplar Bluff didn't anticipate here tonight.
Notre Dame does a good job of skipping the ball across court, too, making that Bluff zone. Bluff went to his zone here, Joe. Want to make that zone move.
That's what they're trying to make it pivot on the inside. Nearly taken away, but bounced off the feet of Rubel.
Good idea by Notre Dame right there. He just couldn't hold on to it.
So they just let that one fly out. And again, the positioning for Bluff in the zone, something you want to keep an eye on to see if that's going to slow Notre Dame down. What we've known to be a very matchup zone heavy team.
Yeah, that matchup zone, it's hard to run a press breaker against it too, because they match up with the guy in their area instead of just a spot on the floor.
Smith now connects over to Lathan. Lathan now back on the inside, looks over to Duncan. Duncan takes it away, looks back for Smith. Another push on the inside, connects over to Ferguson. Ferguson on the return, able to send this one up. Put back from Durden, doesn't go. 28 seconds remaining. Chance again now for Adams. Adams, bounce pass inside to Erbst. Erbst again, looks for Adams. Looks again inside the middle, it's Dannemuller. Dannemuller can't get it to go.
Tough shot. Good defense there by Poplar Bluff.
14 seconds remaining here in the first. Lathan's going to get the whistle on the travel.
Joe, you can tell that Poplar Bluff is not as comfortable running up and down the floor as Notre Dame is. I mean, Notre Dame's got them playing exactly like they want them to play.
Absolutely. And again, a very fast and physical Notre Dame, too.
Yeah, and that was a fast first quarter, too. We got 10 seconds left.
So 10 seconds remaining, 14-9. An advantage of the Bulldogs as they have a 5-point advantage. Shot clock turned off. Here's Londaway. Gets it back over to Robert. A long triple on the way from Adams, off the mark. And that's how the first comes to a close. So it's Notre Dame with a 14-9 advantage as they lead over 6th-ranked Poplar Bluff here in this consolation semifinal. Back in a moment on Aycorp Sports.
What does it take to stand tall? To let curiosity take root? To let your dreams take flight? You have to be fearless. Carve your path without permission. Turn your grit into greatness. This is your small town with big ideas. This is where you find your fearless. This is SEMO.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
We welcome you back inside. Notre Dame leading over Poplar Bluff 14-9. And Coach, we were talking during the break too that the matchup zone is certainly not different for Notre Dame as they've been running it for what seems now as if decades.
My good buddy and old golfing partner, Paul Hale, from longtime coach at Bernie and then Notre Dame, implemented that zone back in the early 2000s. They're still running it 25 years later.
And again, it's just been the juggernaut that has really helped this team propel forward. And an opportunity again for Londaway now. Londaway spits it back inside. finds Robert. Robert gets it out opposite side to Adams. Adams looks to try to bring it up, draws the contact.
You know, if you look right there against that Bluff zone right there, Notre Dame had 3 different looks there. They had put the ball to the low post. They were trying to throw it the high post. He wasn't open. Then they threw it the high post. He wanted to dump it down. He wasn't open. Then they threw it back to the low post again, and he hit the opposite side guy, and he went in for a layup and got fouled. Just really good ball movement right there. That's just solid.
Very good ball movement indeed as Adams makes his first, make it 15 of 9. And you have to think, though, too, of how this Notre Dame team is playing.
Oh, good hustle there by the guard.
Great rebound back in for Londaway. Now a chance again for Adams. Nearly pitched away.
You're just stealing possessions when you do that.
Here's a look inside for Dannemuller. 3-on-1, able to get it in traffic.
Strong move by Dannemuller in there.
And Notre Dame up 8, 17-9 here in the second.
They are really offsetting Bluff's size with their speed and quickness out there, and just grit.
It's speed and size has been the name of the matchup, but right now, speed certainly dominating. And again, the one thing I kind of go back to, Coach Brinkmeyer's got 13 different guys he can work with, but again, eventually you settle into rotation, maybe 7 or 8. Nonetheless, though, still a lot of great targets he can go to.
Yeah, they don't miss a beat when anybody comes in the game, that's for sure.
They have near their starting 5. Robert, the only substitution in on the floor for the Bulldogs. Bluff now on the floor. It's Hurd, Durden,
nice cut.
Williams, and Duncan.
Good sneezing
Thomas
right
and
there.
Duncan, I should say. This one off the
mark. Got
mark.
to use the backboard on those, Joe.
17-9, advantage in Notre Dame. Just a minute in here to quarter number 2. Duncan able to connect back over to Thomas. Thomas looks over to Ferguson. Ferguson.
Nothing there at all.
Again, just stuffed up the middle. That's really kind of been the common theme tonight.
They're playing some type of pack. I mean, it's a matchup zone, but it's a pack line when it goes inside for sure. Notre Dame's got 3 or 4 bodies inside that paint.
Herbst able to connect in the inside. Now finding Robert. Robert able to, can't get it up and in. It looked
there's
awfully
Dannemuller
close.
again.
Look at the steals again.
Spark
this
plug.
time. Londaway, Adams, bingo!
There's a timeout by Coach Durden. He wants a fool.
And he wants to stop and think it over. Notre Dame on a quick 6-0 run here in the second. Back in a moment.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
An 11-point game and advantage in Notre Dame as, again, they've been able to really just stack up on the match zone against Poplar Bluff. Now the Mules trying to move rather quickly. 6:14 remaining here in the second. This one won't go off the hands of Duncan. And an offensive foul the other way.
Yeah, good job. I saw 2 or 3 kids from Notre Dame block out right there. As soon as that shot went up, they found their man, then they found the ball, then they went and got the ball.
It's going to be first team foul. Corbin Thomas going to pick up his first of the game so far. Push in on the inside, connects back over to Robert. Robert, right side, now back to Londaway. Londaway, jumper on the left, won't get it to go. And again, you can see Markel Hurd. Yep, Markel Hurd had a hand on it. I could kind of hear him yell. And
Londaway seems like he's everywhere this first quarter, or second quarter and first quarter.
He just does a really good job of, again, just trying to read the lanes and just be where you least expect him.
Look at that spacing from Notre Dame.
Herbst tries to get this up, won't go. Rebound back in the hands of Durden. The Mules going to have to reset and quickly. Here's a push again from Durden. 3-on-1 pressure again.
I mean, they're just everywhere.
that collapsing wall just continuing to mount in. Is Notre Dame going to get it?
If you're Poplar Bluff, you better know where those Notre Dame defenders are at. And if you don't see them, guess what? They see you, and they're probably right there on you.
3 new men coming in for the Bulldogs. It's Powell, it's Jones, and looks like Gross is going to be in there as well. Actually, Farrow, I beg your pardon, will be in. 20-9 advantage of the Bulldogs. Mules trying to find an answer early. Duncan able to sail this out to Durden.
Good
right
move by
side
Durden
of the key.
there.
Durden able to get it and one.
Good move by Durden. He showed his muscles off there after that shot. You see that?
Absolutely. I think we saw a little slap on the arm too.
Yeah, it was. It's a good move. And that's how you beat that matchup zone. You get the ball inside, and you know there's lanes in there too.
As Durden doesn't make the extra point, still a 9-point game, 20-11 here in the first. Clock stopped at 5:24. They need to get that running if they can. Here's the push again. Now connected back over to Farrow. Able to answer it on the board.
You lost about 30 seconds there, Joe.
That they did.
Oh,
nonetheless, the Bulldogs doubling up on the board. Now they connect back over to Farrow. Farrow looks again on the run. Another jumper across. Doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Duncan.
The more Bluff tries to dribble through this press, the more they're not gonna like the results for sure.
Push again now for Duncan. Duncan sets over to Hurd. Hurd on the left side of the wing. Tries to get out of the 3-on-1 trap. Nearly bobbled away again from Duncan. Looks for Durden on the inside. Spins, shoots, doesn't go. Hurd tries to answer back on the board. Gets it and one.
And that's the difference right there. Bluff has so much size in there. It's just hard for Notre Dame to get them off the boards every single time.
And again, the and ones is something that we noticed on Monday night.
Yeah.
That really helped Poplar Bluff push back into.
You know something I've noticed tonight, Joe, that I watched last night happen about 3 or 4 times? I haven't seen a 35 shot or second shot violation yet.
We have not seen a shot clock violation.
Not one yet. I'm going to jinx it, though. It's probably going to be one on the – no, it's not going to be on the other end because Notre Dame's going to probably –
I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that'll turn out, but you're right. Again, with this the first year of the 35-second shot clock as implemented by the schools, mind you.
Good job by Notre Dame there.
But look at that great push again from Gabe Jones. You don't think either team's going to need it today, clearly.
No, I don't think so. Notre Dame's just flying through that press
and able just to get those quick takeaways in the backcourt, too.
Bluff just has – they don't have very good spacing right now against that matchup press there.
So Powell gets off the Schweinbold. Okay, maybe too quick, we should say, for the Bulldogs.
Got to be a jump stop there. He had his feet going before he passed it. Either way, though, I mean, Notre Dame, their offense is their defense. You know, their defense is their offense.
I mean, it just all works one way or another, it seems like.
Yeah, they've gotten so many shots off their defense.
Here's Lathan, now gets it out to Smith. Smith connecting over to Duncan. Duncan trying to get past 2-on-1. Spits it out now to connect with Smith. Smith looks to try to cork it across. Halfway through the second. Jumper again from Williams. That's
a tough shot there. And then nothing you can do about that. But again, that's good defense. I mean, Bluff, that's just a tough shot. That's what you want from your defense.
Williams leading the way right now. He's got 6. Push again, now spin inside. Gets over to Powell. Powell gets it out to connect over with Jones. Jones off the run. Got it to go yet
Shooter's
again.
row, Joe. Shooter's row.
Another 3 for Notre Dame. They are 4 of 10 tonight. And another switch in the middle. This one going to be pushed up against the Bulldogs. So Poplar Bluff can have a chance to reset.
Bluff's got, 6'4", 6'5", 6'8" out there right now.
Again,
big size advantage over Notre Dame.
It's been really a size advantage all night long between these two teams.
Notre Dame's playing a lot bigger than what they are, though.
Push again to Williams. Williams sets this back to Smith.
Notre Dame's doing a really good job of closing down those Bluff shooters out there, too.
So Williams able to get this one up in time. That's off the hands of Justin Briscoe. Haven't seen him score any tonight until just now. Notre Dame not wasting any time. And a quick takeaway again from Williams. Now a connection up the front to Sammy Durden.
Good hustle by Notre Dame.
But a deflection again. Going to go back to the Bulldogs at a 9-point affair. 2:59 left and a line change up coming for Notre Dame.
That's just a good example as a defender. You don't give up on that play.
J.R. Lathan gets the inbounds pass. Now connecting over to Smith. Smith connecting over to Briscoe, and again, Smith top of the wing. Smith trying to continue to keep it inside. A long triple on the way for J.R. Lathan. And a two-possession game here in Sikeston. Another swing on the inside for Robert. 3-on-1. Spits it out. Now back to Londaway. Londaway with the triple.
Good dribble kick there.
Londaway with a quick 3 on the board to make it 30-21. And a whistle going to be deflected out of play. The one thing I've noticed, too, about this Bulldog team, they clap every time that they go for a hustle play. And it just seems as if the team has been cohesive with each other so far.
Yeah, that bench is over there standing up, and they kind of feed off the coach.
Another 3 on the way for Dallas Williams. And the triples are pouring here at the Field House.
It's about 3 in the last 3 possessions, hasn't it?
Make it 4.
Is it 4? Okay.
It's 4. It's Earps now with the hands on it. Connected over to Schweinbold. Schweinbold, left side, deflected, still kept live. A chance again for Robert. This one blocked up. He was looking for the contact against Briscoe, didn't get it.
A little bit overmatched in there. A little bit overmatched right there. Notre Dame does get the ball back. It seems like they're running.
Trade in going to be coming out. It's Corbin Thomas as Peyton Smith will take a seat. Herbst. He's going to have to look to go back, and he does. Connects over to Jones. Jones now over to Robert. 10 to shoot. Robert looks in. This one going to be nearly picked away.
Bluff
6 seconds.
Picking up the defensive intensity.
4 seconds left to shoot. They get it for 3. Off the mark. Rebound back in the hands of Briscoe. It almost happened for you, but
it almost did.
There.
I thought it was.
Here's Thomas now, able to get it back in the hands of Williams. Williams on the left side. Gets it back up top to Durden as we get a whistle.
I don't think the 35-second shot clock started.
As you're right, it did not start.
Probably should be about 25 right now or a little bit less.
Roughly 24, 25 seconds. We'll look to see how they're going to reset that at the table. Looks like it's going to be 23. They're going to let that run down.
Yeah, something new. Something new for sure is shot clock in this area. I like the shot clock. I think it's just hard to find some of these smaller schools, find somebody that you can, because you got to pay them to run the shot clock, and it's just another thing to look after.
Absolutely. And again, just something to consider is they try to do a good job of at least.
I don't think those old Charleston teams that Coach McFerrin would like the shot clock a whole lot.
I don't think they would either.
Coach Cookson, on the other hand, wouldn't need one.
Ronnie would be very happy about that.
Yes.
Trap in on the inside. So we'll get another whistle.
He'd be happy with a 10-second shot clock.
You're not wrong. Danemuller going to pick up the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 3 with 1:33 left to go.
Boy, every time Poplar Bluff's got the ball, there's a Notre Dame defender just right on them.
Sometimes you even got 2 of them up front. Here's a push to Briscoe, able to get it pinballed up and in, and a 6-point affair. And now Poplar Bluff catching a lot of firepower.
Down by 4 now.
Here is Adams. Gets it out now to Danemuller. Danemuller connects back over to Adams again up top. Gets it out the other way to Danemuller. Danemuller spits back to Adams. Adams going to have to look to try to make something happen. 20 seconds remaining to shoot. Another swing up the middle. Adams can't get that to go. Rebound back in the hands of Williams as he chases it the other way. Williams on the run. Sets this one up top. Spits it back now to Lathan. Lathan connecting. Thomas, 3. Doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of the Bulldogs. And a reach in going to go against Thomas.
It'll be Bluff's 3rd team foul in this quarter.
And again, not too much contact foul-wise that we're seeing. Is again, they're just really letting these guys play.
Pretty cleanly played too. I know the SEMO Conference, they talk about how rough it is and officials let everything go, but I don't really see it like that, especially this game right here.
No, a very clean team play, but it's well executed. Is really the best way I can describe it.
Moving their feet.
About a 10-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Here's Adams. Look to try to get this inside. Adams spits back over to Robert. Robert again on the return. You're hearing the term circle being yelled from Jeremy Brinkmeyer and company.
They're just rotating in a circle, those 3 perimeter players, trying to make ball cuts towards the basket.
7 seconds left to shoot. They get this back now to Adams. Adams to Londaway. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Oh, he walked.
A long one.
He walked before he shot that one. He hopped sideways like James Harden. But they don't call it in the NBA, though.
That they don't.
They think that's a good move.
But a nice jump inside. It's going to be a reset for Bluff, so they'll have 8 seconds to work with. Try to trim it down to a one-possession game.
Bluff needs to get a good shot here.
Here's Hurd now, connecting over to Williams. With 4 seconds, Williams stuck in pressure, long way from the volleyball line, doesn't go. And that's how the first half will come to a close, 30-26. Coach, your thoughts, again, of really what we just kind of said was a very well-executed first half.
Yeah, I've enjoyed calling this right here, and this is really good basketball for everybody to watch. I mean, both teams are playing hard. Notre Dame wants to play fast. Bluff doesn't want to play fast. So I think the second half's going to come down to which team can impose their will on the other team.
Absolutely. We'll come down to the guard play between these two teams as we get you ready for half number 2 in just a moment. Notre Dame on top of Poplar Bluff, 30-26 at halftime. You're watching the SEMO Conference Tournament on Aycorp Sports.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
This is us.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud-really free checking and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
We got a fun one here in store coming into half number 2. Notre Dame leading over Poplar Bluff 30-26, not 76. That'd be crazy. Joe Northern alongside Jeff Ross. Really the big things I noticed in the first half is how Notre Dame was able to really just kind of hang in with Poplar Bluff and get some quick steals and try to throw off their game plan and execution. But again, the Mules, they've been known to battle back, and we saw them do that late in the second quarter.
Yeah, Coach Durden made some good adjustments that second quarter against that press. I mean, I don't know how many turnovers Poplar Bluff had the first quarter, but they had probably double what they had in the second quarter, I'd say, Joe.
No question. Taking a look at scoring leaders right now, Dallas Williams again leading the way. He's got 10 on the board for Poplar Bluff. Next closest is Sammy Durden with 5. And then Justin Briscoe with 2 points on the board. Meanwhile, for Notre Dame, it's Cole Adams leading the way with 7 points on the board. Colton Londaway, the 2 triples, gets him at 6. Gabe Jones with 5 as it stands in terms of scoring leaders. Want to look at least at the field goals right now. Both teams pretty equivalent when it comes to shooting. 11-26 on the board for Notre Dame, 11-23 for the Mules, and pretty dead evens. Really, when it comes to the paint, 6-14 for Notre Dame, 7-14 for Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, and with free throws, that's one thing I see that kind of jumps out at me. Notre Dame has gotten to the line 7 times and made 3 out of 7. Poplar Bluff, if those numbers are correct, they've only gotten to the line twice and made 1 out of 2. So Notre Dame is outsized for sure. I'm not going to say they're outmanned, but they for sure are getting the ball into the lane, and they move the ball so well. And something else I see that Notre Dame does a really good job of, their post players, they've got 2 of them in there that are really, really, really good passers. I mean, sometimes, when it goes to the post, they call it the black hole because it never comes out.
Absolutely.
But that's not the case here. Those kids are passing postmen, and that is really tough to guard because the defense can't just concentrate and double down the post. They got to get these shooters. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Poplar Bluff in this half and see if they can adjust to the speed of this game and make it more to something they're liking.
We shall see. Again, a Notre Dame team that we've been known to see them really ride the matchup zone well, but it had played a little bit of a slower pace, but they've certainly turned on the Jets early on. Can they continue to keep that pace in half number 2? And for Poplar Bluff, again, try to get the game to your liking. You're going to be in good positioning coming up in this one. Reminder, coming up Saturday, we'll have the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament selection show and analysis. Philip Britt, Bobby Alford, James Hodges, David Jenkins will join you for that one beginning at 11 a.m. from our studios in Malden. And then next week, and more tournament coverage continues here on the network as we'll head down to reindeer country for the Clarkton Holiday Tournament beginning on Monday night, the 15th.
I wonder if Clarkton is the only school in the state of Missouri that has the reindeer mascot.
I think we might need to call upon our researchers.
And I think Malden's the only green wave in the state.
I think that is correct. We know that for a fact, but the reindeer might have to do some math on that.
Those researchers out there, check out that Clarkton reindeer, see if they're the only ones in the state. Somebody's going to know that. Probably Derek James down at the score table probably knows it already.
I'm sure he will. By the way, Derek James will join us for the Insiders tomorrow night before each
That'll
game.
Be good. So that guy is full of basketball knowledge, and let me tell you, I can't even hold a candle to him.
So he'll be joining us in the intermission tomorrow night. Nice jumper up and in for Briscoe.
So you notice that first possession, Bluff went to the big kid inside, trying to punch inside.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Here's a push inside to Adams, now over to Londaway. Londaway can't get this one to go. Pitched out the other way, deflected, still kept in time, and now another takeaway for Williams. They just do a great job in the two-hander, and we're tied.
It's showtime now, Joe.
Even at 30 early on here in the second quarter, and Poplar Bluff now trying to battle back. They're on a 4-0 run to start here in the third. Push again to Adams, and a traveling violation. And I love what I saw from J.R. Lathan, at least, just trying to force him to maybe take that extra step back as Notre Dame takes a timeout. We will keep it right here on the 32nd. Don't forget, also this week on Aycorp Sports, a brand new episode of the SEMO Sports Zone is live now with Drew and Dave, covering all things basketball here in this early part of this 2025-26 campaign as they preview some of the games that you've been able to see here this week and action to come. And you can subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. It's the SEMO Sports Zone podcast with Drew and Dave.
Boy, I tell you, so what's happened this half so far is Poplar Bluff's kind of flipped the script on Notre Dame a little bit on the defensive intensity. Bluff is really looking to get after Notre Dame right there, and Notre Dame's going to find answers. So it's just a tale of two teams. You know, Coach Brinkmeyer probably just told his kids to settle down a little bit.
And we'll look to see if that is exactly what they go for.
And
clearly, that's what
steal.
And that's exactly what you hope you get out of the timeout to get the reset off the hands of Adams.
Yeah, Notre Dame hadn't gotten any scores till then, so that score sets up their press, Joe.
Absolutely, and again, I think that's something we're going to see a little bit more of, kind of you channeling that in, as Bluff's done a great job to make those quick adjustments.
Well, Notre Dame's all the way out to the half-court line. Garden Bluff's guards out here.
Really not wasting any time on the match C.
So they push them so far from the go right here, and that's what that matchup zone does, is pushing you way out, making you make tough shots like that.
Williams couldn't get it to go. Durden able to answer back, even again at 32. Now the Bulldogs quickly chasing the other way. They go back to Adams. Adams now sets up for Herbst. Herbst again. Pitches it back over to Jones. Jones looking for the return. Nearly was looking for Londaway. Couldn't get it on the open lane. There. The backdoor cut, not going to go for Cole Adams. Now a little bit of fight for it up the middle. Three men chasing Dallas Williams. Doesn't matter. And Poplar Bluff with their first lead tonight.
Boy, he's tough. Dallas Williams is tough. That's a tough shot and tough take.
Near another tough shot coming from the hands of Adams. And now Bluff starting out on an 8-2 run here in the third quarter.
I don't know what Coach Durden said at halftime, but it's working.
Here's Williams. Does he do it again? He doesn't. Rebound back in the hands of Mueller. And now Notre Dame going to have to quickly reset here. Push back over to Jones. Jones stuck 4-on-1. Spits it back over to Landaway. Spin move again for Mueller. Mueller able to reach in. Jump ball. It's a jump for Poplar Bluff.
Wow. I thought that was a foul on the floor, but I didn't see what Jim Bond saw down there.
It looked like maybe some potential contact, but again,
it's a good move by the kid from Notre Dame for sure.
Absolutely. 34-32 advantage of Poplar Bluff. And again, coming out of the break now, 8-2 run in the last 3 minutes here in this third quarter. Here's Williams. Spits it back to Duncan. Duncan looking over to Lathan, not wasting any time with the passes. We're going to be way short from Hurd, and the depth perception not online for the moment.
And you notice that Hurd raised his hand right there saying, that's my bad right there. That's not the shot they want from him for sure.
And hey, he was first to admit it, saying, yep.
He did. I respect that.
I do too.
And here's Bluff with their own little press. It's a man-to-man.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think the man-to-man going to play a factor. Adams, bang! Able to answer back. And Notre Dame regains the lead by 1. Push again now coming in from Duncan. Able to get this across to Hurd. And an offensive foul. And a great setup coming in from Evan Schweinbold to force it.
Great job right there. There's a replay right there. Look at him move his feet right there, Schweinbold. Keeps his hands up high, doesn't reach in. You know, if he reaches in right there, that's probably not a charge. That's probably a foul on him.
So a great charge and play. That's the first team foul for anybody here in the third quarter. Bounce pass on the inside, connects over to Adams. Adams on the right side, able to reach this one up, and an opportunity to go back and shoot.
I think Notre Dame's woke up after halftime now. They might have been sleepwalking there just for a little bit, Joe. I'm not sure. They're back at it now, though.
Nonetheless, going to be a foul picked up on Poplar Bluff. Be their second. And again, we see Adams returning to the line right now. Adams already 13 points on the evening.
Joe, I see somebody in the stands down there. I see ex-Orion great Greg Hom down there on the stands. He's sitting there watching basketball. I used to coach with him over at New Madrid.
Yes.
He's taking it all in, isn't he?
One of the common fixtures here, and
I wish he wouldn't wear that Steelers shirt, though, but that's his deal.
That he is a big Steelers fan, we know that, but one of the great basketball minds in the region.
He definitely is.
Who could definitely talk ball and really break down routes day in and day out. 3-point game, 37-34. This
they're
one
forcing it up.
And again, Hurd just trying to be forced into pressure. Now Notre Dame trying to force the pressure back the other way.
Find that shooter.
Here's Adams again. Bang! Cole Adams again for the three-point arc. And Notre Dame up 6.
They do such a good job of finding the shooter down there, Joe. They're so unselfish.
Lathan now looking to set up again once more to Duncan. Duncan connecting back now to Durden. Durden nearly taken away from Adams. Yeah. And I love what he's been able to do, just to not be afraid to get in front of guys, but definitely try to avoid the contact.
And then he's got the help side coming with Cole Adams right there, you know, and they're making it tough on Poplar Bluff. They're having a tough time scoring.
Notre Dame right now.
Except for that one.
Again, the problem is Dallas Williams, and he's just been able to light it up no matter where he is.
He's built like a grown man for sure.
He's got 16 on the board. Adams, does he do it again? He doesn't. Rebound back in the hands of Williams, and the Mules going to have to try to quickly reset. Goes over to Lathan. Now back over to Williams. Williams, 2-on-1 pressure, spits it out. Lathan again, opposite side. Connecting over to Duncan. Duncan gets it out and away to Smith. Smith again on the return. Outside, back over to Williams. Williams trying to connect. Little jumper on the left side. That one goes.
Rattled it home.
And only the 5th three-pointer tonight for Poplar Bluff. They're 5 of 12. Williams leading the way with 19. And a foul going to be picked up on Lathan.
Williams is definitely the Poplar Bluff offense this game, Joe. 19 points, and we still got 2:48 to go in the third quarter.
He was leading the way in 17. He's already surpassed that total here in this one with 19 of the 39 Poplar Bluff points.
Nice player for sure.
Push again now coming in for Powell. 2-on-1. That's going to be picked up and away from Lathan. Now the Mules trying to battle back again once more. They go to Duncan, take it away again
Powell
from
didn't give up on it. Powell made a turnover, but did not give up on that play.
And a big push coming in from Lathan down to Powell. As you can see, Coach Brinkmeyer trying to hold him back for a second, and rightfully so. Could have potentially gotten ugly. Take a look at that again.
That almost looked like one of those Captain Insano fouls from the water boy. Holy cow.
We didn't see a poke in the eye, which is good.
No poke in the eye.
And again, just kind of the step over coming in for Lathan, but thankfully everybody okay. And you can see he will be substituting out. And Devin Ferguson returning back in. 1 point game, 40-39, 2.5 left to go here in the third. Here's Adams, gets it in on the inside to Robert. Robert looks back over to Powell. Powell again, looks to fake it up. Looks again on the inside, backs over to Adams. That doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Jones. Jones looks to connect again once more. Spin up the middle, got it to go. Braden Robert with a quick and one, and an opportunity to stretch it back to a 2-possession game.
Boy, Notre Dame just will not give up down there. They're undersized for sure, but they're just getting after it tonight.
Is Braden Robert able to get the quick and one on the board? And back to a 4-possession game, and it will be free throws the rest of the way here in the third. Quick steal, a chance again for Powell. Powell sails it back inside to Schweinbold. Schweinbold over to Adams. Looks again on the outside. Traveling violation as Robert took a little step with his right foot and had an illegal move forward.
That's fine for Notre Dame, though. They just want to get back in this press anyways.
2:02 left to go, 4-point game. And the press continuing to play a factor as they get this out to Thomas. Thomas sets back for Williams. Williams charging again. Notre Dame not afraid to guard him. Back pass again to Duncan. Duncan sets it up over again to Thomas. Thomas looks back on the connection to Duncan. Gonna be
getting close to a 5.
Picked away.
Got rid of it. Good pass by
Sammy Durden able to get it up and in for an and one of his own.
Dallas Williams right there.
Williams, a great move on the assist.
I think Sammy Durden snuck in right behind him there, Joe. They didn't see him down there.
Is Durden now sneakily getting close to a double-double of his own. He's 9 of 5 tonight, 9 points, 5 boards. Opportunity to make it 10, and he does. More importantly, again, a 1-point affair as these two teams really just trading blows here in this third quarter.
It's like a heavyweight boxers match.
It's certainly far from over. Chance again for Schweinbold. Bluff doing a great job on the aggressor, but a whistle will be called against Duncan. So again, this could be the thing that haunts Poplar Bluff a little bit more, is now you got to start thinking about foul trouble a little bit. With, again, the guys starting to get some quick fouls on the board. Lathan's got 3 as it stands. You've got a multitude of guys with 1 and 2 for the moment. But again, letting the free throws go up and on the board certainly could come back to haunt you too.
Got to make those free throws.
As we see Trenton Powell now ready to bring it up. Powell, got it. 2-point game, 1:33 remaining here in the third. Notre Dame trying to advance on and play Friday night and have a date with the Charleston Blue Jays. As they get this up to Markel Hurd. Now a pass inside to Durden. Durden. Cross-court pass now to Ferguson. And a reset upcoming. They go back to Durden. Zone being played on for Notre Dame. Chance again, spits back now over to Ferguson. Ferguson looks lift up and could not get it to go. Durden looking for the putback, answers the call, even at 44.
Good job by Durden staying with that one.
Farrow now trying to connect. Looks over to Robert. Robert again looks to spit this one out. Now back over to Farrow. Farrow over to Adams. Less than a minute remaining here in the third quarter. 2-on-1 pressure again to Swinebolt. Out to Adams. Oh. That goes yet again.
Another open 3.
Cole Adams now with 19 tonight. And Notre Dame with a 3-point advantage. Here's Ferguson. Connecting up to Hurd. Hurd back over to Ferguson. Sets it up for Thomas. Thomas, about a 9-second differential between game clock and shot clock. 9.5 seconds, really.
Got him with a little trip there. Incidental.
but an incidental picked up on Notre Dame. So it looks like that'll be credited to Trenton Powell. So it'll be his first team foul number 2. So a 3-point game, 47-44. Again, Brinkmeyer going to bring in a little more size in Gabe
So
Jones.
the last time Poplar Bluff ran this play, we call this Tiger. Nope, they didn't throw it to Williams in there. He just tried to lob it up right over top of the zone.
As Williams gets it back over to Duncan. Duncan, shot clock turned off, finds Durden. Durden again on the left side, can't get it to go. And Notre Dame with an opportunity to reset, up 3. 5 seconds. Looks inside to Jones. Not able to get the kiss off the glass. They're going to be content to hold it. And that's how the third comes to a close. 47-44. We've got a great one brewing here at the home of the Bulldogs of Sikeston, that is. Notre Dame trying to make it their home court tonight. They lead by 3.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
47-44 advantage of Notre Dame. And the Bulldogs trying to pull away to have a date with Charleston on Friday night. Reminder, we go on the air tomorrow just about 4:45 before we get you ready for 2 semifinal matches between Dexter and Cape Central, as the game will be at 5 p.m. Again, the new start times this year, a uniform 5 o'clock start time across the board.
Okay, I didn't know that, Joe. I kind of looked at you funny right there.
Yep, no, it's given the hands of 6 p.m., but no, a new uniform start time of 5 o'clock across the board.
Okay, so they're starting these things early, getting these people home to study at night, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So Friday night's 5 o'clock too?
Always 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where you are, 5 o'clock across the board.
Okay.
6 o'clock for maybe some of you watching on the East Coast right now.
Okay.
A push across now inside. And that'll be floated out of play.
I'm not sure what happened right there to Dallas.
It looked like he had a little bit of an inflection on the inside. Gets it back over to Earps. Earps again looks outside to Adams. Adams now connected to Laundaway. Laundaway looks back over to Adams. Spits it on the inside to Robert.
Got a foul.
Got a quick foul and on the board.
Let's see who that one's on. I think that was on.
It'll be on Hurd. So that'll be his second and already team foul number 1 for Poplar Bluff. So again, we said it coming out of the break, make your free throws, because they could certainly be useful right here, right now.
Yeah, especially in a game this tight, free throws really, really are just of super importance for sure.
As Robert makes the first.
Got them
and
both.
Goes for 2. 5-point game advantage in Notre Dame, 49-44. Markel Hurd now getting the board. Crossing the timeline, connects back to Durden. Durden again on the reach in. Got it off the knee.
I think Duncan wanted a foul right there, but I don't think the referee saw it like that.
So no foul, but a deflection out of play nonetheless gets Notre Dame back in possession. With 7:05 remaining here in the fourth.
Duncan gets it back.
Quick takeaway from the hands of Duncan. Now another chance upcoming for Briscoe. Sets back to Duncan. Duncan again. Looks on the inside. Back over to Briscoe. Nice deflection up and out. I'm going to stay with Poplar Bluff and their zone.
Good overplay on defense down there on the post player by the Notre Dame player. He side fronted him and he threw, the offensive player threw it to the wrong side. He should have threw it to the side that the defender was not on.
Williams gets this across. Connects now back to Durden. Durden connecting back to Duncan. Looking on the inside. Here's Williams. Jumper left side. Doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Markel Hurd. Just going to lob this one up a two-hander like, hey, let's.
I think he thought time was running out on him.
And I think that's kind of where the confusion was coming from. I saw Coach Durden put his hands up like.
Coach Durden said, "What are you doing?"
You had a fresh 35 ready to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Nonetheless, Bulldogs take over. They cross the timeline. They set this back to Gabe Jones. Jones looks on the inside to Robert.
Ooh.
Robert couldn't get it to go.
Missed an easy one right there, Joe.
And I feel like that's been a common theme we've seen tonight. The trick shots have gone in, but the layups have been a little difficult tonight, no matter which game you've seen here this evening.
Yeah. There's a blocking foul on Notre Dame right there on Londaway, I think. No, it's on.
As Londaway will get credited for it. You got that right.
Yep.
So Notre Dame will pick up there first.
He didn't give enough ground there. You got to give a little bit of ground when they're coming down the sideline there.
Williams, 3, doesn't go. Offensive board in time for Lathan. Now Duncan doesn't want to waste any time. That doesn't go. And a rebound back in the hands of Gabe Jones.
Notre Dame's got to be careful about bringing that rebound below their waist.
Earps now looks to try to pitch it across, but deflected off the hands of Lathan. As we'll see Trenton Powell return back in. And it looks like we'll also see Devin Danemuller return into action as Gabe Jones and Colin Earps going to take a seat.
Yeah, there's not much flow to this fourth quarter yet.
Definitely just both teams just trying to kind of feel each other out and just kind of see how can we at least try to create a little momentum here if we can.
Yeah, Notre Dame's going to do it by moving the ball for sure.
Here's Roper, loses it, but a reach it inside, going to go against Durden.
And he had the shooter wide open out there too. He just got fouled.
Actually, Hurd's going to pick up the foul. Going to reach it on the inside. So another substitution coming in. Corbin Thomas returning back in for Hurd. As Hurd now with foul number 3. So 2 players with 3 fouls already for the Mules. Another whistle push going to go against Poplar Bluff.
Third foul on the Mules this quarter. 5:49 left.
So third foul in 2:11. Second foul in 2.1.
Oh, he's wide open. Oh, he missed an easy one.
He looked for the chance of Schweinbold, couldn't get it to go. Now another chance for Robert, but he traveled.
Yeah, he came to a good jump stop right there, but when he went to do the fake, his feet were just kept on moving. He's got to keep those feet planted.
And it's a tough thing with the fake is that you can't think, you just have to go, you just got to go full send on it.
And you've got to keep those feet planted when you fake.
Here's Lathan. Lathan bobbles it, still keeps it in his hands. 2-on-1 pressure. They send this one back to connect over to Thomas. Thomas lurks out the opposite side. Duncan for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Lathan. Pitched up the other way. Connects over to Thomas. They draw the contact on the inside. Exactly what they were looking for.
Good job of Poplar Bluff offensive rebound there. They got two offensive rebounds on that possession right there. Notre Dame's got to settle those boards up.
Schweinbold's going to pick up his first team foul number 2. The 5-point advantage with 5:22 remaining here in the fourth. Chance again for Lathan. Looks for Durden on the inside. You could tell he was just trying to run and sail that one up. And honestly for him, trying to at least force to get that arm up to go to the line, exactly what he needed to do.
Durden looked like he was going to go up there and dunk that one right there is what it looked like to me before he got fouled. Not sure.
Well, Durden nonetheless going to have an opportunity to trim it to a 1-possession game if he makes the first. 49-45.
We've got a timeout.
Notre Dame's going to stop to think it over. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And again, a 4-point game between these two teams, and really just kind of your thoughts from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's kind of like a heavyweight boxer's match, you know. Somebody slugs somebody, the next guy comes back and pops him with a left hook, or the next guy comes back with a right uppercut. I don't know who's going to deal that finishing blow. It's going to be one of these two teams. I mean, these two teams are playing extremely hard, Joe. They're really getting after on defense. I mean, they're not fouling a whole lot. I mean, they're trying to move their feet. They're not slapping and hacking and trying to block every shot, you know, that comes in the lane. I mean, it's a pretty well-played game so far.
Absolutely. Taking a look at what's to come for these teams down the road. Poplar Bluff will head to Saxony coming up on the 15th, and then the Route 66 shootout as they take on Capital City just south of Jeff City and Cedar Hill on the 20th. Another foul on the floor going to go against Notre Dame.
Well, I tell you what, I'm looking at the rebounds right now, and that just I was just thinking Poplar Bluff's had a lot of offensive rebounds. They're beating Notre Dame on the boards 23-14. That's another big factor. You always got to try to win the boards to win the game.
And they're certainly trying to do just that.
They're doing that.
As they trail by 4. Xavier Jones in the game now. Able to get this one inside now to Duncan. Duncan trying to keep a hand on it. With 5:05 remaining, take it away from Londaway, but gonna have to try to get past Lathan, and he does. And now trying to get past the Poplar Bluff pressure. That goes up to Powell, spits it out, deflected to Adams. Nice takeaway again from Lathan up the middle.
Good move there by Powell. He just got the defender from Poplar Bluff just got a hand on it.
Here's Lathan trying to get it. Powell trying to force it in. It feels like Powell and Lathan have really gone toe-to-toe tonight.
They have.
Here's Duncan.
They're the lightweights.
Duncan on the fake, now connects back over to Thomas. Thomas sets it back on the inside, now finding Durden. Durden again looks over for Duncan. 10 to shoot now. Looks again for Durden. Durden trying to penetrate the inside, doesn't get it. But he'll have a chance again to go back to the line.
Durden's pretty effective in there when he gets the ball to the high post. You know, he's got guard skills, but he's also got post skills, probably from his dad. I remember watching his dad play at Porterville. Super good post player, and just a really good player for Coach Bywell at Porterville. That was a nice drop step by Sammy there.
He makes the first, and we're back to a one-possession game. And a line change upcoming. Starters returning for Poplar Bluff. Markel Hurd, Dallas Williams, Justin Briscoe returning into the rotation. Notre Dame's got Gabe Jones coming back in as well.
So it looks like Poplar Bluff's going a little bit smaller than they normally do. But they've still got a couple 6'4" kids out there.
Here's Sammy Durden. Can't get it. Deflected. Reach over the back. Going to go against Poplar Bluff.
I think that was actually out on Notre Dame, but they called it out on Poplar Bluff. The Notre Dame kid hit the ball out of bounds, it looked like to me.
Nonetheless, foul's going to be picked up on Williams. That'll be his first. 49-46. And another reach-in going to go against Poplar Bluff. This time it's on Lathan.
So now you know why Poplar Bluff went a little bit smaller right there. They're wanting to apply some more pressure, but I say that and I look up in the Briscoe, the 6'8" junior, is in the game now. So those two guards, they're wanting those two guards to cause a lot of havoc for Notre Dame, but it just really hasn't happened tonight. Notre Dame's done a really good job of handling the ball and controlling the ball.
Correction, foul is going to be on Xavier Jones, not Lathan, I beg your pardon. Here's the shot now upcoming for Farrow, and he extends it back to a two-possession game. 50-46, and again, it's going to be free throws the rest of the way. Both teams in the bonus.
I kind of liked it when they still had the one-on-ones. You know, you got to make one to get your second one.
Right. But nonetheless, again, you have to think the accuracy of the free throw shooting kind of makes it a little more intense from time to time, too.
Definitely so.
Here's Hurd. Hurd.
Oh, there's a steal.
Cross court, nearly taken away from the hands of Farrow.
He just had his body turned the wrong way. He had the right idea. He just kind of got turned a little bit.
So he tried to deflect it, could not get it to go.
Good hustle by Farrow, though, Colin Farrow.
It's Williams. Gets it on the inside to Hurd. Hurd looks back to Williams, connects over to Hurd on the inside. They're doing a great job of trying to get on the baseline. That's exactly what they were forcing him to do.
Yep.
So a quick baseline fake as we're halfway home here in the fourth. 50-46.
Generally, you don't want to give up the baseline, but in that instance, it worked out pretty good for Notre Dame.
Another chance again for Jones. They quickly sail this across to Powell. Powell, 2-on-1, spits it out and away, back to Farrow. Farrow lurking to try to get it up on the opposite end. It's a 4-point game. Nice block and steal inside again from Markel Hurd. Hurd now connecting up the middle, looks over for Duncan. Duncan on the chase. Notre Dame quickly going back to that match Z. Sets again now for Williams. Williams, cross court back over to Lathan. Lathan again looks over, finds Duncan. Duncan into Durden. Durden back over to Duncan for three. In and out. Rebound back in the hands of Williams. Tries to get it up. Can't get it off the glass.
Sammy Durden again.
Here's Durden. Trying to reach it up, but draws the contact.
Durden has been a monster in this second half, Joe. I mean, he's got numerous offensive rebounds in there. And what is he? Is he 6'4"? He says he's 6'4".
A 6'4" opportunity for him. Notre Dame takes a timeout. Let's catch our breath, shall we? We've got a fun finish in store here from the Field House.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
.320 left to go here in the fourth. Notre Dame up by 2 possessions. But again, Sammy Durden having a big second half right now. 14 points, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, he's just kind of putting Poplar Bluff on his back and saying, follow me.
Will everything be all right? Here's the push inside to Durden, able to answer it on the board.
I caught that Uncle Cracker reference there. That was good, Joe.
You're welcome. You're welcome. 3-point game, 50-47. As Durden able to get this one up and in time with another substitution inside.
They're going to give him just a little bit of a rest. Probably about 30 seconds, and he's coming back in, I would bet.
You would imagine that's got to be the case. Got to hydrate for a second because he's going to certainly be an important guard presence in Poplar Bluff territory. Here's Powell now, trying to quickly chase it, go in the circle. It's a 2-possession, 2-point game.
This has been a fun game, Joe.
Still not over yet.
There's a cutter open in the middle.
Look at this one, up and in time for Braden Robert, able to get the cut inside.
The little wraparound, kiss it off the glass.
With a 4-point affair, 52-48. They get it back over to Lathan. Lathan connects over to Williams. Williams still top of the arc.
You can tell Williams is wanting to get that jump shot off somehow if he can.
And that's really been his bread and butter.
Coach Stern's going to call timeout.
As he stops to think it over. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, 52-48. Reminder, coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will have a conversation with the winning coach and get you ready for tomorrow's action here on semifinal Thursday night. And then Friday, we'll go on the air. Again, well, every night we're going to go on the air, 4:45 p.m. Uniform start times of games at 5 p.m. right here from the field house. Bobby Alford and James Hodges will be back up top with you tomorrow night. I will join you studio side this evening. And obviously, Jeff, I know you've got a big weeks upcoming with the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I know you plan on being involved with that.
Yeah, I've been going to that tournament since I was probably in about 5th grade when my dad used to take me down there, and kind of got the basketball fever from watching over there.
Absolutely. So do thousands over the years.
Tens of thousands, probably.
Here's Williams, can't get this one off the mark. Now back in over to Robert.
Notre Dame looking to push here.
Robert trying to keep a hand on it. 2-on-1 pressure, spits it out to Adams.
Good give and go.
Look at this one on the inside. And again, the big reach from Hurd. He was trying to go for the block, trying to read to see if Robert was going to go up, but I think jumped a little too quickly.
Yeah, that was a really, really good give and go play right there. He was kind of stuck. He threw it out to the wing and then did what he was supposed to do. You can never stand still. He cut to the basket and got it right back for a layup, and he got fouled.
Robert now with the opportunity. Hits this one up and got it.
And, you know, that's another thing I see. These Notre Dame kids, and even Poplar Bluff too, you know, anytime that spin is end over end like that, you got a lot better chance of making the shot down here on those ones that aren't just pure, because you can use the whole rim for it to go in. You don't want those side wonders.
It's Robert able to get the second one up and in time. 54-48, advantage of Poplar Bluff. Here's a chance again on the inside. Now back over to Durden, able to get this off the net.
Boy, he's been the man of the hour for Poplar Bluff tonight.
He's got 18 on the board. As Durden able to get this in time. 4-point game, 54-50. And another foul on the inside going to go against the Mules. It looks like Durden may get ticketed for that one. Actually, no, but it's going to be Williams getting ticketed for it. And Robert again back up to bring it over.
Yeah, that was a really good move right there. I actually thought he was going to kick it to the corner to the wide open 3-point shooter, but he just took it upon himself, take it to the basket, and it worked out.
Robert looks to get this up and got it.
It's 3 in a row for him.
lead extended back to 5, 55-50. And again, Braden Robert, just what an effort he's had here this evening.
Well, nice looking shot there. Really good form.
They get a 6-point game, 2:06 remaining here in the fourth.
Notre Dame's not going to slow it down any for them, though. They're going to make them earn it.
Here's Duncan now. Tries to goes a little reach in on the inside.
Post player just got a little bit sloppy down there. He's trying to side front, and he just didn't get there. You're better off just playing behind. If you can't get to the side of him, just play behind so you don't get the foul called on you right there.
As Gabe Jones picks up his second personal foul. And an opportunity for Poplar Bluff to try to trim it ever closer. But again, it's going to be the mantra of making your free throws one way or another. And right now, taking a look at that, Notre Dame 13 of 20. Poplar Bluff, they are 8 of 12.
Yep. Poplar Bluff's shooting a better percentage than Notre Dame is. Notre Dame just got the line a lot more.
Second shot up and good.
Which is surprising because Bluff is so big. You think they just pound inside, but that hadn't been the case. Notre Dame's been the aggressor.
And you can see Poplar Bluff trying to go in with the press, going with the hands up.
Well, they got 10-second counts, getting close.
They got to hurry, but they're able to get the contact off the hands of Thomas.
Man, Poplar Bluff's got to be more disciplined than that. They were really close. I think the official had him at 9 right there, and they bailed him out with a foul, Joe.
It was close, about 26.5. Not that you're really going by the halves,
It was close. It was real close.
So we'll see Gabe Jones again return back to the line. He's only got 5 tonight, making 6 on the board.
So here's a different dynamic for you guys at home. So Notre Dame's been pressing Poplar Bluff all night long. So Poplar Bluff just slapped one on Notre Dame, and Notre Dame has some problems with it. Let's see if Notre Dame can adjust to that pressure from Poplar Bluff.
Second shot doesn't go. Rebound back in the hands of Williams, and he's going to have to hurry. Williams, that's taken away back from Robert. But
he kicked it off his foot, I think, or it would have been a successful steal.
He almost had it. Duncan able to recover, now back in the hands of Lathan. Lathan trying to continue to keep on it with 1:35 remaining here in the fourth. Williams again able to slide this one up, doesn't go.
Sammy Durden
on the
again.
answer, doesn't get it.
Got fouled.
But a chance to try to trim it down to 3.
I keep forgetting Sammy Durden's 6'4". I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't look like it. He definitely plays like it or bigger. But he is 6'4" out there. That's how big those kids are out there.
Absolutely. I think the way that he's able to just to kind of go for a reach
over,
and I think that just kind of makes it show.
And the good thing about Sammy is you can tell his dad's work with him because he keeps the ball high in the post. I mean, he doesn't bring it down where those guards can slap it. He's strong with the ball. He's a good free throw shooter, too.
Absolutely. As we get a whistle for just a second, and looks like going to be a clock reset, or at least a scoring reset, we should say.
So, is that right? Is it 59-52? Do they put the points up on the board for Notre Dame
I think they did put
Poplar Bluff?
Yep, so it should be 57-54.
Okay, you're right, Joe.
Our board's correct. That's credit thanks to our crew led down below by Josh I and company.
Yeah. You know, by the way, Aycorp does an outstanding job with these tournaments. I mean, I'm just amazed at how efficient and organized they are. What a treat to everybody that's listening and watching.
Here's going to be a deflection up top. We'll see who last touched it. It's Notre Dame, and Poplar Bluff going to keep at it.
What did I say earlier, Joe? How is Notre Dame going to respond to that Poplar Bluff pressure right there? So far, the last 2 times, they really haven't responded at all on it. Not at all.
Not at all, and I think really that's going to be one thing to keep in mind. If they can find a way to at least try to get some traps up the middle if they can. Obviously, fouling not going to matter. You're forcing free throws, so.
Let's see if Bluff could be patient and get a good score right here in a 3-point ball game.
There's Williams able to get this up and in. 1-point game, and Poplar Bluff's going to take a quick timeout.
If it's not Williams, it's Durden. I mean, Williams he's got 21 and Durden's got 20. I mean, you talk about a two-man show / crew out there.
And it certainly is, as we'll step aside.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
1-point game here in this one, 57-56. Coach, what is your strategy you have right now?
Well, before I say that, who sings this song?
That would be the Spinners.
My gosh, you need to be on music trivia. What was your question?
Well, I'm talking about the game and strategy. What would you do if you were Notre Dame to try to shut down this Poplar Bluff trap?
They're going to spread the floor right here and get to a press breaker. They're going to keep one guy behind the ball, one guy in the middle of the floor, and one guy on the sideline.
Londaway nearly bobbling it. Now a chance deflected by Lathan. Going to stay in the Notre Dame zone.
Super good hustle by Lathan right there. He didn't give up on that play at all. That was going to be a layup for Notre Dame, but Lathan didn't give up on that.
With Colin Earps now ready to bring this one inside. $1:05 remaining here in the fourth.
Oh, they lost him.
Look at that connection inside. Just how they drew it up for Gabe Jones.
That was another pick the picker for all you basketball experts out there know what play that is.
They pick it with 50 seconds remaining in regulation. A long three for the tie, in and out from the hands of Latham. And another pick away from the hands of Braden Robert. Robert now trying to charge. Robert can't get it. He had the chance, but could not get it. Now Poplar Bluff with another opportunity. They got to get out of there. Here's Wagner now. Spits it out to Williams.
Oh, there's a steal by Notre Dame.
Again. Oh, my goodness.
Notre Dame needs to take their out of the ball right here. Yep.
And that's exactly what they needed to do as Latham goes to the foul. That is his fifth personal, and he's done.
The rule of thumb here is when you're up 3 with 24 seconds to go, you take the air out of the ball, and that means that you're passing around. You're not taking anything except for a wide open layup underneath the basketball goal. No threes, no 15-footers, none of that stuff. Now, these free throws, Joe, like we talked earlier, let's see what happens.
Here's Londaway. Doesn't get it to go, and still a one-possession affair, 24 seconds remaining.
He had it online. He's just a little bit long. I bet he makes this one.
You can see Notre Dame defenders just ready to go back.
No.
And he misses it. They force it back in the hands of Londaway. He comes up with it. But he was out of bounds and touched off Poplar Bluff.
Wow. I thought Notre Dame was surely going to call a timeout there to keep possession, but they got lucky and got the ball back. I thought Notre Dame kid was on the baseline down there.
Looks like it was maybe partially in the hands of Corbin Thomas.
Yeah, they were battling for it.
But Earps going to be able to come up with it. 21 seconds remaining. Earps going to have to hurry. Gets it in on the inside. Connects back over to Jones. Jones looks inside. Robert, a whistle, connection, and a foul.
I wonder where Robert was going with the ball right there. Again, you're wanting to take time off the clock, but he worked out. He got fouled.
Yep, it looks like maybe either A, trying to draw the contact, or B, just trying to get a little of a circle, maybe milk out maybe a couple seconds if you could.
And the thing about having 2 free throws is it makes those free throws much easier. You know, back in the day when you had 1-and-1, it's a lot of pressure on that first, because if you miss it, you know what? You're not getting the ball back.
Absolutely.
And Notre Dame's taking everybody off the line right here. So what they're going to do is they're going to set up the press. Obviously, they're still going to press miss or make on this free throw.
And that's exactly what they need to do.
See, they're up there, yeah.
And they doinked it on that one, and probably with good reason. Here's a chance now for Williams.
Steal.
Picked away from Londaway.
Well, Londaway's everywhere down there.
Now a chance again for 3. Off the mark, Londaway gets it on the board. Keeps a hand on it with 4 seconds, and Notre Dame can taste it.
Londaway has been huge in this game, whether it be getting a loose ball, a steal, or a rebound right there. And I'm not so sure, but I think he's as far as size-wise, he's the smallest on the floor.
He is indeed one of 3 players at 5'10", the smallest size of the Notre Dame roster, too.
Which is not small. 5'10" is not small.
Londaway makes the first 5-point game. With 4 seconds remaining, and Notre Dame bend but not break yet again.
Man, what a game.
This one's going to be deflected. They're just going to
Notre
lob
Dame just
this
needs
one
to back off here.
over to Hurd, and that's it. So Notre Dame gives us our second upset of the tournament as they top Poplar Bluff 61-56. Coach, before we go to post game, some final thoughts that you have?
That was a fun game to call, Joe. That was exciting. I mean, it came down basically to the wire right there. Notre Dame ended up knocking some free throws down there late, did a good job of executing their offense, and I thought they just played so hard on defense, but don't take anything away from Poplar Bluff. They played extremely hard, too. That was a battle right there, for sure.
Absolutely. Scoring leaders tonight, led by Cole Adams for Notre Dame, 23 points. I want to see if we can look at Robert's numbers real quick, as We're getting those pulled up right now as he puts down 18 points as well. I mean, just a good dual combination.
He was huge inside for them, Joe. The scoring, how I got to go, Landaway had 7, Cole Adams had 23, Trenton Powell had 1, Braden Robert, who was kind of the hero tonight, had 18, Colin Farrell had 3, Gabe Jones 8, Danny Mueller, who was a spark plug out there, it says he only had 2 points, but he had several steals and several rebounds and assists down there. And then Dylan Rubel scored 2 to round out their 64 points right there.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, for Poplar Bluff, again, no discount to them. They've done a great job of at least continuing the momentum in their direction. Led by Dallas Williams, had 21 on the board. Again, not too far behind. Sammy Durden with 20, and then a slew of other guys. Markel Hurd, J.R. Lathan with 3, Jones with a quick point on the board, Ferguson and Thomas with 2, Briscoe with 4 in the interim.
Dallas Williams and Sammy Durden were huge tonight. I mean, that was a really, really good performance by those 2 kids down there.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be Notre Dame fighting to play another day as they will take on the Charleston Blue Jays. I don't think that'll be a fun matchup coming up Friday night.
That's going to be a fun one for somebody to call for sure.
Yeah.
Is that
That'll
Joe and Bobby?
That'll be James and Bobby on the call for that
They
one.
better get their track shoes on for that one right there. That's going to be a high-scoring game, I imagine.
I need to go get my track shoes on and go ahead and talk to Coach. But Coach Ross, never thought we would get a chance to call a game together, but very thrilled and honored we got the chance to do so.
Sir.
Let's do this again sometime.
I've known you since you were little bitty, Joe. I've known your mom forever. I've known your dad forever, and your brother and your sister. It's always fun to call games with people like that.
Hey, it's all love, it's all family. That's what it's all about. Post game coming up with Jeremy Brinkmeyer in a moment.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
We're not saying we'll bubble wrap your money, but we do protect it like family. At First State Bank and Trust, your money is safe with us. First State Bank and Trust.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Again, kind of one of those fun games, bend but not break, but your guy is able to rotate inside. But then again, Robert and Adams just found a way to really pull through for you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them, and obviously they did a great job and did a great job pacing us on the scoreboard. But and we just had so many other guys step up in such little ways. You know, Gabe Jones, our senior big guy, who's worked his tail off, and he's just an amazing kid, did a fantastic job of being a force inside, rebounding, playing defense. And then Trenton Powell coming off the bench and just being a force on the defensive end. And then, you know, we just had a lot of guys just do little things like that. And that's what we've been telling this team since the summer is like, listen, we may not have a guy that is going to go anywhere to play college basketball, but if we all just come together and play as a group and focus on one team and one heartbeat, like we can do special things. And again, it came down to, it's no secret, we took care of the ball and we rebounded okay at times, and that was just enough for us to win.
And really, again, you talk about the boxing out and rebounding, something we really noticed in the first half, just kind of going into trap strategy. Is that something you guys had in mind when drawing up the plan tonight?
Yeah, you know, absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things, like with a team like Poplar Bluff, they're so good at getting to the rim and they're so strong. We knew if we could limit them to one shots and push it, that's going to help us. And we're trying to use what we have to our advantage. And we have 13 guys, and we feel like we can just keep throwing in there and keep trying to plug away at boxing out and getting the rebound and push. And when we do that, that definitely helps us out.
Absolutely. Now taking a look forward into Friday night, spot we haven't seen you guys in for a little while, but obviously anytime, you know, you're playing, 3 games, 3 days at this level, not a bad place to be in. Big one with Charleston. Initial thoughts that you have coming in against them?
Well, one thing, I'm just so proud of this team. You know, I know we're on the consolation side, but playing on Friday with a group that had 0 minutes returning from varsity minutes or varsity play last year is outstanding. I told the guys in there, I don't get nervous much for games, but as that game went on, I got a little nervous, not because I didn't think they could do it, but I just wanted them to feel it so bad. There's been so much noise around these guys, and all they've done is just put their head down and worked. And then we get to come back on Friday, and again with the lights of the brightest in the field house against a great coach and a good friend in Jamarcus and a good team in Charleston.
Well, here's the thing. Breathe in, breathe out, enjoy this one. We'll see you on Friday.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
That's a coach Jeremy Brinkmeyer. Congratulations on the win tonight. Let's go ahead and bring you in for our high fives this evening. I got to give 2 of them to Notre Dame, led by Cole Adams and again in Robert. Have the points in front of me as it stands right now, but both leading the way with 20-point nights on the board for the Bulldogs, 23 for Adams and 20 for Robert. Also 2 additional star I have to give really in the other game to Poplar Bluff. Dallas Williams, another 20-point night for him, and also in the run of Sammy Durden. A great second-half performance from him. So close to the double-double. Didn't quite get there, though. 20 points and 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, my 5th high five of the night has to go to Araje Wells for Charleston, who did a great job of at least just running up and down the court against New Madrid County in the win for Charleston in the win over New Madrid County, I beg your pardon, to set that matchup up for Friday night. And that sets some of the puzzle we have for you in the championship brackets, as it'll be Notre Dame and Charleston, both big winners tonight, as Notre Dame gets the win by 6. Charleston, big winners tonight over New Madrid County. Now, tomorrow night, big doubleheader in store for semifinal action. We go on the air 4:45 with pregame, and then your first game, Cape Central taking on a very resurgent and a very good Dexter team you'll want to keep an eye on. Game could be a little closer than you think. That'll be coming up at 5 p.m. And then a battle of size and speed and strength as Sikeston will take on the Jackson Indians. Going to be a fun evening in store at the Fieldhouse. If you can't make it here, join us again tomorrow beginning at 4:45. For Spencer Magruder, Josh I, and the coach Jeff Ross, Joe Northern saying so long from the Fieldhouse, where consolation is all set. We just got to get the championships figured out too. We'll see you tomorrow.